questions, and Shelley brought it to his attention. It was one of it's crazy. I mean, you're looking at if the ref was fair, you're looking at a third round stoppage. It's so many things went on. I got hit in the back of the head like at least 10 to 12 different times, and then then when I finally want to retaliate and hit back, you point fingers at me, Deontay. I'm like, man, this man keep hitting me in the back of the head. I'm getting dizzy at times, but I'm bouncing back. I'm getting dizzy, but I'm bouncing back. You know how many fighters got hit in the head and don't wake up tomorrow? That's why I might not even go to sleep tonight because of the awareness of the awareness of getting hit in the back of the head and you not waking up tomorrow or something happening or something forming. I feel good externally, but internally something may be developing inside of me that I can't see right now because a referee decided to allow something to happen that it shouldn't have happened. That was one of the things the referee asked, do we have questions? And Shelley brought it to his attention. It was one of the things we warned him to not do. It's allow him to hit me in the back of the head. And then it's supposed to have been a disqualification because his team ran up in the ring. I mean, damn, I'm fighting Derek and the referee. I'm like, it's crazy.
My bad, y'all. We late, but we here, man. I wanted to start it off early because we seen this fight. We seen the Bronze Bomber go out there this past Saturday, and it was an ugly, sloppy fight. It was one of the ugliest fights you could have watched. It's an ugly back and forth, sloppy. You look like what they kept calling them two drunk uncles and all that. Yeah, they was looking like two guys that seen better days, man. I think the right man won. I don't feel like they had to rob anybody. The right person won. But I played this clip, started off for a reason because a lot of what he was saying in here need to be talked about. Yeah, Deontay Wilder got the win, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that people look over. All the rabbit punching, right? The referee getting in the way. All of the benefit of the doubt. I think he allowed Derek Chisora to call his own timeout. It was a lot going on. This dude was fighting Chisora and the ref for sure. And I'm telling you, man, when you Wilder, shit just go different for you. But I guess it's gonna get overlooked. He did win, but look, they was trying to pull it fast for him. I'm calling it what it is, bro. They wanted everything in the world. They wanted Derek Chisora to win that fight, bro. They wanted him to win by any means necessary. You could tell by the way by the way that the referee was judging the fight, reffing the fight, the way, the other UK fighters was rooting him on. Like they really wanted this dude to win that 50th fight because they knew he was retiring, kids out there and everything. So they was willing to damn near take it from Wilder. They tried to, but he maintained his composure, man. He got clipped with some crazy right hands in the fight. It was going back and forth. They fell down together. It was sloppy. Fell down. He damn near knocked Chisora out the ring. I mean, the referee was just in the way, man. He really was in the way. He made the fight weirder than it had to be. It already was an ugly fight because you got two guys that is fighting way past their prime, if we just being honest. And it just didn't look the best, right? But nonetheless, man, Wilder, he did what he had to do, man. He went out there and he got it done. Man. You can't knock it. He did what he had to do. But what's good with the fam? We're going to get into this, man. We're going to talk about this a lot. We're going to talk about Mike Magic, my brother. What's good with it? Boxing good. What's good? Yeah, the ref was terrible. Ref was terrible. Yeah, we fight all night. TV, everything boxing. My dog was good with it, bro. Yeah, they tried it. Marcus, my brother, was good, man. Point deduction. Yeah, the point deduction was wild. The rabbit punching. Z was good with it, homie. The rabbit punching. I mean, I just don't think they wanted Wilder to win this particular fight, man. And it was, the writing was on the wall. You can say what you want. I ain't talking no conspiracy stuff. I'm just talking about how it looked from my optic standpoint. You had a UK ref, you get what I'm saying, and judges, all types of shit. That shit was set up for Derek Chisora to go out there and win, but I think they expected Wilder to be a little worse than what he was, right? I think they expected him to be even worse than that, and they expected, with the way things was lined up, the way the table was set, I think they was expecting Derek Chisora to go out there and get a win. And it just wasn't to be. It wasn't in the cards, man. Wilder, look, man, we know the history with him, man. They both was in a 50th fight. You had 100 fights between the two of them together, right? After Saturday night. So that's just a testament of how long he been around, how many fights he had. He had some wars, man. We all know the Tyson Fury fights took a lot out of him, just to be fair. And, you know, I think him getting a statue and all that good stuff made him want to come back and fight. But, you know, if I'm being honest, man, I wouldn't mind seeing him retire with a win, but it just don't sound like that's what he about to do. I'm one of them guys. I'll support you, win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? You want to go out there and make more fights, go do your thing, but it's going to get rougher. You know what I'm saying? They asked him about fighting Moses Atama. He said something about him willing to fight him. Wilder done said he got 10 more years left. He done say he in his prime right now. Like all this stuff. That stuff is concerning to me. I'm gonna just be real. I rock with him. I'm always rock with him, but you obviously definitely nowhere near your prime, respectfully. And a lot of people in your shoes probably wouldn't even still be boxing. So the fact that you still lacing them up, going out there, walking up them 3 steps, getting in that square circle is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it was funny after he, he beat Chisora, which I think he could have stopped him. I think the only reason it wasn't a stoppage because the ref is an idiot. I think the ref is an idiot. I think he was paid to do a certain job, and he made sure he did it. You know what I mean? He held this man down. Yeah, he ain't hitting after the belt or behind the head shit. He was just getting away with a lot of shit, man. He was. Technique was good with it. Yeah, I love Caroline Dubois. Sweet Caroline. We love her. LW Boxing the Plug, my dog. And man, was good with it. AJ still scared of AJ. Technique was good, fam. Was good with it. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirk. How you feeling? Man, AJ, hey, man, look, I don't like to put the scared stuff on people, but AJ still don't want to fight Wilder. I don't care what nobody said. And look, I want to say this. I give AJ the benefit of the doubt. We know he had the crazy car accident. He's seen his best friends, mangle. He probably respectfully, just on that front, he probably ain't really thinking about boxing all the way just yet. Who knows? I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt. But aside from that, he still don't want to fight Wilder. That shit funny as hell, man. Yo, what's wrong with AJ, bro? Somebody gotta talk to their man, yo. Look, love Wilder, bro. I'm rocking with him. Win, lose, or draw. I gotta say that. But right now, AJ look more like AJ than Wilder look like Wilder. It would seem like it's the perfect time for you to fight him. What is on his noggin? And like I said, y'all, I get it. The accident and still getting over that respectfully, but aside from that, I mean, you can't just be showing up to fights and thinking he ain't gonna say nothing to you. You standing there all big and shit. You got on all white like a damn bodybuilder. You can't miss you, bro. And Wilder walked past him. And said, "Let's do it." And he just sitting there looking like, "Bro, what's up?" Somebody got to holler at AJ, bro. What's his problem? That man, he don't want no face-to-face confrontation with Wilder, yo. I don't know what it is. But I don't think he's scared, none of that. But I just don't. I think Wilder makes him uncomfortable or something, yo. I'm being serious. I don't know what that is, but that shit is funny, man. Wilder walked past that man. AJ just standing there looking like, bro, say something back, man. Got your chest all poked out. Big ass bodybuilder, bro. Say something. Telling you, bro, he said AJ still see something in Wilder. Hey, yo, Ant-Man, I'm telling you, I think so too. Shout out to 845 Punch, man. Reef was good with it. Spud Crawford, Andre Ward get some weird hate. Folks treating Caroline. Oh, yeah, you already know how that go. Schofield. Nah, we gonna get to some of that. Y'all know I'm gonna pull up some videos, man. Big Tex, what's good, homie? Y'all hit the like button, man. Sub to the channel, all that good stuff. Sammy, what's good? Let's get to it though. But nah, this shit is funny though, man. He still that man still don't want to say nothing to Wilder. He's like, man, I ain't fighting that dude. I don't care what he say off on camera when Wilder not around. I don't care, man. I just wanted to see like. Just give us a face off or something, man. AJ be sitting there looking at Wilder like, man, I am not fighting that dude. Bro, you better go get that scalp. And I mean that respectfully. Wilder, my guy, but AJ look more like AJ than Wilder look like Wilder. Like, bro, you better go out there and try to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? They said you needed to. I heard you was looking for a tune-up. I heard Eddie Hearn said he was looking to possibly put you in the tune-up. Well, there you go. He said Wilder is a drunk uncle. They don't think he got it. You know what I'm saying? But he went out there and handled business. When Wilder saw AJ, should have screamed to this day. should have screamed bomb squad in his face. AJ sitting there all buff and shit, just with headphones on, just looking. Like, bro, what? Like, say something to him, bro. I'm right hands. Wilder was landing on Derek. Had AJ probably like, damn, I'm telling you. He like, nah, he still got something, balls. He looked over at Eddie after the fight. He said, nah, he's still punching, yo. Derek Chisora looked over at AJ at some point during the fight and let him know that Wilder's still punching. He like, nah, not yet. Wilder need like 2-3 more losses. Then AJ will be like, let's do it. I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you. They seen some of them rights. I'm telling y'all, man. They seen some of them rights landing. They like, nah, not yet, bro. You just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Because I don't care what you say. Derek Chisora always had a pretty good beard. Always. He could take a shot. I think he could take a better shot than AJ, respectfully. So I do think if Wilder do get one of them right hands in there, I think the ultimate will happen. I think what we all felt like what happened can still happen, but I feel like the likelihood of landing it before AJ can get to him is significantly lower than what it used to be, if that makes sense, right? Anything can happen. It's boxing. You know, all he need is one. All he need is to be perfect for a couple seconds, as he always say, right? But AJ still looking like he got his form about him. You know what I'm saying? AJ looking like he got his form about him. Wilder just, he look like a guy that just had better days, that still, still going out there and doing it. Maybe he still love it. Maybe he's still doing it for the people. I don't know what his motivation is, but he says some things that make you feel like he feel like he's gonna be around for a while. So, or he at least that's in his mind, and that's how it sounds. But I don't see no 10 more years. I don't see him being in his prime or anything like that. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? Prime is crazy. You're not in your prime. Not right now, and you long way removed from that, but it's all good because you put your work in. And at the end of the day, not to give nobody no excuse for losing, but it's just part of the game. When you pick up boxing as late as he did, and the promise that he made to his daughter, it been fulfilled. So at the end of the day, he made it. Everything after this point is icing on the cake. That extra win for his 50th fight, just icing on the cake. That's all it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's money. I don't feel like he in no financial situation and none of that. Maybe he still just got love for the sport. But, I mean, look, I'll watch it as long as he's going to do it. But Saturday was tough. It was a rough night of boxing, man. That was a really awkward fight. That was an awkward fight. You know what I'm saying? I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Your legs, you was getting hit with shots. And then on top of that, getting hit with those back of the head, them little rabbit punching, man. That shit was wild, man. Coach was good with it, man. Yeah, you might be right. But it seemed like AJ still don't want it. I'm going to pull up the little clip when he walked past.
It's crazy. You're looking at, if the ref was fair, you're looking at a third round stoppage. Man, it's so many things went on. I got hit in the back of the head like at least 10 to 12 different times. And then when I finally want to retaliate and hit back, you point fingers at me, Deontay. I'm like, man, this man keep hitting me in the back of the head. I'm getting dizzy at times, but I'm bouncing back. I'm getting dizzy, but I'm bouncing back. You know how many fighters got hit in the head and don't wake up tomorrow? That's why I might not even go to sleep tonight because of the awareness that of the awareness of getting hit in the back of the head and you not waking up tomorrow or something happening or something forming. I feel good externally, but internally something may be developing inside of me that I can't see right now because a referee decided to allow something to happen that it shouldn't have happened. That was one of the things the referee asked, do we have questions? And Shelley brought it to his attention. That was one of the things we warned him to not do. It's allow him to hit me in the back of the head. And then it's supposed to have been a disqualification because his team ran up in the ring. I mean, damn, I'm fighting Derek and the referee. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Nah, that's real talk, though. One of his coaches did. Deontay was good, Brody. Ran in the ring. It was a lot going on. And I'm willing to bet you if the shoe was on the other foot, Wilder wouldn't have been given the same grace. So I ain't here crying over no spilled milk, but I'm going to call a spade at the end of the day. That was a little sus. Y'all was wilding out there, man. I ain't going to hold you. Yeah, y'all was doing y'all gave Derek Chisora respectfully in his 50th fight. Y'all love for him made y'all set that up in a way that Wilder was supposed to lose, but he did. I don't care what nobody said. They felt like he probably would be a little worse off and Derek would be a little bit better than what he was, right, for that last fight. But nope, it just was what it was. It wasn't to be. And they did not want that man. They didn't want him winning that fight. Hell no, they didn't want him winning that fight. Let the damn coach just jump in the ring all crazy. Ray Patterson was good with it, man. Yeah, hey, man, let's talk about it too, though. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. I love this interaction right here. Damon was good with it, bro. Hey, man, let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. They was acting a little crazy. Wilder, did you see the clip? I seen a little clip with Wilder it looked like he was telling Derek Chisora he loved him right before he dropped him or some shit like that. Now you telling me you got the best fight possible if he was out here. He said he was pulling punches. Bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah, because you love him. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tell me again why y'all want people that care for each other to go in there and fight. I want dudes that don't have no regard for the other guy on the other side of them. That's the kind of fights I want to see. I don't want to see no guy in the ring telling the guy he love him. And I'm not knocking that, but that's exactly the shit I'm talking about. You love him right in the middle of that battle, bro. Wilder is wild. Telling that man you love him before stretching him is crazy. Yo, what the? Hey, yo, nah. Shout out to Wilder. That's my guy, man. But ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no how. That's not Prime Wilder. Prime Wilder wanted a body on his record. Prime Wilder wanted a body on his record. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all remember that clip? I know y'all remember that viral shit. Remember? They damn near wanted him out of boxing for saying that. Remember, I want a body on my record. He's like, nah, for real. I was like, what the whoa? Damn, we enjoy the right hands and you knocking people out, but damn, you want unalive something? He's like, I want a body on my record. He went from that to knocking out Hellenius all these years later and crying, right? To standing in the ring Saturday night telling Derek Chisora, yo, I love you, right before he just 1-2'd his ass to the ground. Nah, man, don't give me no more fights where people love each other, bro. Hell no. Wilder said, man, I was pulling my punches, man. You heard what he said? He said if it wasn't for the referee, it would have been a 3rd round stoppage. Wilder was trying to get him out of there, though. But again, man, when you really got love for somebody, you probably don't want to hurt him, yo. I'm telling you. Hell no, he ain't over-exaggerated. Shout out to Money. How you feeling, Queen? Lisa, peace to the Queen. How you feeling today? G Peasy, my dog. Where you been at, man? Where you been at, G Peasy? Yo, anything boxing, it was wild, man. That's love for real, though. I'm telling you. Yeah, man, you got Lisa. He's supposed to be letting them things go. Who we think he playing with? Hey, Wilder, we need you to stretch something. You know what I'm saying? And I was hyped up. I thought he had him, too. He almost did. He almost did, man. Man, I was like, man, he said Wilder lost his hunger. You know what I think, bro? I'm gonna be real with you, yo, and it's just my thoughts on Wilder. I just think it's really hard to maintain the level of hunger that he had once upon a time. And I'm just being real with you. Like, look, some people are able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But we all know his career. You got to think he picked up boxing so much later than most people. And for him to have the level of success that he did, it's like that's always gonna be he made it. Like he you know, his career is gonna always be successful. I don't care who he lose to, if he get knocked out, none of that shit matter, bro. To make it to the Olympics, get a bronze medal, you know what I mean, turn pro, start stretching everything, viral knockouts all over the place. He rejuvenated and revitalized the heavyweight division in a way that you still don't see to this day with all of the talent, or should I say with the talent that's there now at the heavyweight, even the Moses Atomas of the world. And you see how crazy his knockout was of Jermaine Franklin, right? A guy that never get knocked out. Even with that being said, that shit still don't look like what Wilder be doing. Nobody do what he do. Nobody was doing what he was doing. Nobody was getting in there, and for damn sure that right hand was going to find a home and you was going to not make it out the ring. Like, let's not forget that this is the same guy that had a video game record. Like, before he ever took a loss, his record was ridiculous, bro. What was he, 40-something? No? How many knockouts? Like 40 KO? It was ridiculous. 39, one of them. His record, he ran that shit up. He ran that up crazy. The only the last time you seen a record was like that was on Fight Night or something. You know what I'm saying? In a career mode, bro. That shit was like a video game character. He really was like a created player. Skinny legs, long, wiry frame, 6'6", 6'7", whatever he is, and he will knock your lights out. He'd really leave you in the dirt. You get me? Like, you ain't seen nothing like that. Had the 10 title defenses, and like I'm going to always stand on it because I believe this to be true. They had to cheat him to get the title up off him. They had to cheat him. He had to take somebody to court and all types of shit in that trilogy. And I think that obviously was the turning point. You get what I'm saying? I think BVO was good, bro. I think when you love the sport the way he did and you had the success that you have, like, it's hard to maintain that same level of hunger because your why, I think, changes from that point. Like, you got to think, when you first started doing it, you was talking about the health of your daughter and trying to make sure you could change her life for the better, make sure she good, right? You get what I'm saying? That was something noble. We all commend him still to this day for that. But he been fulfilled that, you know, that promise. Like, so think about how many more fights he gave us since that promise was fulfilled, if you get what I'm saying. Like, a person's why as to why they do what they do is a powerful thing. And the fact that he wanted to make sure his daughter was good, that shit lit a fire that you didn't see in these heavyweight boxers. You didn't see in these fighters. He had a confidence that you don't see in heavyweights and or just fighters in general. Like, it was a point in time, like, Wilder knew you couldn't beat him. He knew it, and he knew he was going to knock you out. It wasn't none. He knew he was going to knock you out, and he knew it was nothing you could do about it. He knew that you could box better than him. You could be more disciplined, have more pedigree, a better amateur background, all that shit. He knew all of that shit was possible. But he knew at the end of the day, all he needed was a couple seconds of perfection, and that could end the fight. And that confidence is what separated him from every other heavyweight in the division. That was by far, Wilder is by far, he's still confident the way he talk it, still to this day, but a point in time, like, we believed everything he said because he was literally going out there and doing it. It wasn't shit you could say. You could try to say who boxed better. Yeah, it don't matter. He go out there, and once he get to touching him, it's over. Like, how many people, like, no, he fought Luis King Kong Ortiz when people wasn't trying to fight him. I'm not going to let people forget. They didn't want no smoke. They literally didn't try to fight that man until he got old and still wasn't trying to fight him. Wilder said, nah, I'll fight him not only once, I'll fight him twice. And that was he fought him the first time, even after he popped dirty. He still fought him. And then turned around after Ortiz gave him his toughest fight to date and rematched him. and was losing every round until he knocked him out, man. Wilder is and was an anomaly for boxing, bro. A rare breed that I think need to be saluted, because I just want to highlight how he might not been the most skillful boxer. We all know that. He know that. His team know that. Everybody say that, right? But look how much he accomplished with so little, according to these naysayers, right? Only just having that one punch, just that right hand, right? Look how far just having the right hand took him. So I'm saying all this to say, when people say he lost his hunger, I mean, it's possible because he's human. And when all those experiences, like, you got to think, he felt like he got cheated. We all seen that shit with Tyson Fury. I ain't got to rehash everything. We seen it from the floppy gloves to the knuckle prints to paying a photographer to remove photos to the long ass counts that he got in fights 1 and 3. Wilder had to take him to court for the third fight. He had shit going on in his personal life. All of that stuff take a toll on you. And on top of that, you've been in the most grueling fights that you've ever been in after already having some tough fights with King Kong. You get me? I really do think, those fights took a lot out of him. Remember, he had a dent in his head. It was a lot going on with Wilder. So for me, man, it's possible, bro. Because like I said, you human. And I will say this. At least it took for him to be this late in his career for people to question his hunger, or if he lost it, the fire and all that stuff. And I understand it, but think about it, your prime window only lasts for so long. That man, to me, outside of being cheated by Fury, I'm standing on that. I think he got the absolute most of his career. I think he did that. I don't think it's another fighter that you could say turned pro at the time he did that had a better career than him. And I think that's saying something. You get what I'm saying? So I salute Wilder and everything that he did, man. He stood for something, man, and he carried it like a man, bro. He stood on business, bro. Everybody that he was getting in there with up until them Fury fights, they felt that fucking smoke. All them cheating, all them dudes felt that heat, all of them. You get what I'm saying? That right hand is why Joshua didn't want to go nowhere within an arm's length of that man. That right hand is what got Anthony Joshua standing there just looking at him in the video, right? So I just want to highlight that about Wilder, man. Look, you human, bro. It's hard to stay that hungry that long. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all ever ask yourself as fans, like, what is even still his motivation for this shit? Think about it. What is even still his motivation? So I rock with it, man. I respect it. I mean, look. Hey, look, this is something that people ain't gonna say either. He did win a sloppy fight Saturday, but people was counting him out, and he got it done, and he got it done against the UK judges, refs, all that. That UK energy, he overcame all that shit in the O2 Arena. You get what I'm saying? But this is what they're not gonna tell you. Alexander Usyk is looked at as pound for pound one of the absolute best in today's boxing. But when they asked him about fighting Moses Atoma, he said, "Nah, I ain't fighting that young kid." You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting. They asked Tyson Fury, who beat Wilder, right? Destroyed him. He changed, he ruined Wilder, right? They asked him about fighting him. He said, "You think I'm dumb?" They asked Wilder about fighting him. He said, "Man, I'll do it." Do you see the difference? That's why I'm not going to let people get off by just thinking your record is the end all be all. No, man. Look at his mentality. We all know he ain't nowhere near his prime. Why in the hell, why on God's green earth would you get in the ring with that maniac of a heavyweight young fighter, Moses Atoma? But you got a guy in Tyson Fury that beat you 3 times, as they say, or 2 times, right? They say he beat you. He won't go near Usyk, who we know beat Tyson Fury. He won't go near him. But Wilder, not being nowhere near his prime, is telling you he'll fight him. And we all know he will. That is the difference, man. He stood there with AJ, looked in his face and said, "Let's do it." AJ just looking. Like, I ain't saying he ain't going to fail. I just don't think he wants to fight. I just don't think he care to fight him. You get what I'm saying? The difference, the mentality is why Wilder was different. And again, that confidence is what separated him from all the other heavyweights in the division. He's not that same exact guy no more. And rightfully so. He took some tough losses, man. Life beat him up a little bit, and he's still here throwing punches. So that's the way I look at it. I respect it. every fight moving forward from here is going to be dangerous because, again, you're not in your absolute prime. These are heavyweights. It only take one punch, but I'm going to support him as long as he do it. You know what I mean? As long as he feel like he can go out there. Hey, son of God, my dog was good with it, bro. Rich was good with it. Shout out to you, bro. Crush, my dog was good with it, fam. He was over there going in earlier, too. Shout out to my guy. I'm still one of the best heavyweights of generations. Record 40 wins, 40 knockouts is crazy. It's like a video game, GP. Hold on, let me get my guy GP back right, man. Let me get. I don't see him popping up there. It's crazy. Shout out to Nick Baldwin. What's good with Wilder's the man. Glad to see the champ winning the game. I'm glad to see him get a win. I don't care how ugly it was. I was happy to see it for him, bro. I really was. Wilder just reach out and touch you and it's over. I'm telling you, that right hand was different, wasn't it? Right hand was dangerous. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Appreciate the love, my God. Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the 5-piece set for giving Wilder his just due. His gameness in his last Fury fight is what I respect the most, even in defeat. Facts. And hey, Mike, you know it's crazy. In that third fight, remember he got that long ass count again? Wilder could have had him again in the third fight, bro. They just them long counts, bro, putting them down, man. He gave it. I felt like, no lie, win, lose, or draw, I think that third fight potentially, in a way, was Wilder giving the best of what he had left that was considered to be his prime. I really do. And I mean that respectfully. I think Tyson Fury is a very dishonest guy. I don't think he's very trustworthy on a lot of different levels. I think he's been in bed with some real shady people. If you know, you know. Those that know that, you know. You follow the story, you know the history with Tyson Fury and the people that he was in bed with. So when you mix that with a lot of the cheating allegations, and you see where a lot of this stuff stemmed from, where it come from, it's actual track record and proof out there. It's not just allegations. I mean, you got it from all the Wilder stuff, the Daniel Kinahan shit, the connections there, the Nicholas Asbury sparring where he was taking the padding out the gloves. Like, you got too many stories, too many situations where he showed you exactly what kind of person he is. So, and Wilder still took him to court to get that third fight. And even with all that being said, some of the best boxers in the world won't get in there with a Toma, but when you ask Wilder, it's I'll get in there and fight him. Get what I'm saying? Shit is crazy, man. 40-year-old olders are different. I'm about to join the club this month, G-Peasy. About to join the club. Tay, what's good, homie? People wanted knockouts, but when it came to Wilder, they wanted skills. Hey, shout out to Damon. Tell me how that worked, bro. How that worked, right? Right? They talk about, we want to see knockouts, and then you get knockouts, and then you complain about his skills. That's a fact, man. So, but I always said this, man. You don't make it to the level that he got to without being skilled. Even if it was that one thing, if people felt like, it was that right hand, those that really followed the career Wilder know he can box. And there was a point in his career where he was boxing more and getting the knockouts, but it was a certain point where I think he fell in love with the power. He even admitted to it. And I think he got away from a lot of the boxing that he was doing earlier in the career. And he was just trying to land that shot. I think that shit is very intoxicating. You know, being able to land one punch and put a guy out. And he fell in love with it. And I respect him for admitting it. And the way that it looked like he approached fights, you could see it. Like the Luis Ortiz second fight. Like, man, he was outgunned every single round. It was like he wasn't even trying to win rounds. He was just trying to win the fight. And lo and behold, he did. He landed that shot. But he just was different, man. This was a different dude. Man. But he used to box a lot more, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? From what I used to watch, CJ was good with it. Fighter knew it was coming, but he couldn't avoid it. You couldn't do shit about it. You know what I'm saying? GP, you could try, but it just wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work, bro. You could try, but that shit wasn't going to work, man. You know what I mean? He just was going to get it home. And still to this day, even with as sloppy as this fight was, y'all.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, Deontay. Look, Wilder said, let's do it. He said, he a bitch. Yo, Wilder, it's something different about this interaction, bro.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, Deontay.
Look, he just standing there all buff and shit, that all white man. Look at Eddie Hearn's face. They asked Eddie about the Eddie to tell me, yo, am I reaching y'all? Y'all can tell me if your boy tripping. Is it me? Or do that whole interaction just look like, man, whatever. We ain't thinking about it. We ain't fighting you. Like AJ just looked like, and then you got Eddie Hearn looking like, nah, still ain't time. He still got a little bit too much mustard on that right hand. He said he need a couple more losses before we try to do that. You know what I'm saying? He said he said you need at least 2 more losses before we go try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Stick somebody else on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Go put Moses, put Moses Atama on him real quick. Then I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't remember. Hey, listen, y'all must have forgot. Remember when he got beat by, who did Wilder lose to? Was it Parker? Was it Joseph Parker? Was it Zhilei Zhang? It was one of the two. I want to say Parker. And he was like, see, I wasn't never ducking nobody. Like talking about Wilder, like as this to justify the fact that Parker beat him, that proves that you didn't duck him or didn't want to fight him. And I'm like, nah, but where that energy at now after the win? Like, I don't know. I expect fighters to act like fighters, bro. You can't just be staring at him with the blank face, man. Like he just in your face after the ugliest win of his career, bro. Wilder, I mean, Joshua should be jumping up and down like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. To AJ, well, you seen a ghost? I'm telling you, AJ was like, nah, not right now, man. Not right now. Joshua does not look sure. He don't. Neither do Eddie Hearn. Let's run it back, man. This shit funny, y'all.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, Deontay.
In the ring, does it happen?
Eddie, you gonna do it or what? You gonna do it?
Look. He asked Eddie, are you gonna do it? He like, no. Look at Eddie, yo, y'all. They should be licking their chops, man. But they probably was sitting ringside hearing them right hands clip their Chisora in the head, and they probably like, nah.
In the ring, does it happen?
Eddie, you gonna do it or what? You gonna do it?
Look, you're gonna do it.
Eddie, what did you think? Main event, what did you think?
Yeah, entertaining. Yeah, I thought Wilder won 2 or 3 rounds. Good fight, competitive fight.
Did it in 6 weeks.
What do you make of it? Go on, AJ, give us a line. How good was that?
Oh, amazing.
AJ be on all BS, bro. AJ be on all BS. He won't give us nothing, bro. How you gonna look at that man like that, man? So attention seeks 2 or 3 rounds is crazy to say. Yeah, right. Come on, man. Look at that face-to-face confrontation. AJ like, I'm not right now. We ain't doing that shit. we ain't going out there. AJ said I could smell and feel the confidence coming up off him. I ain't fighting him. He still think he could beat me. Hey, AJ need him. Hey, I'm telling you, AJ need to see him lose or something again. He gonna be like, all right, it's time. It's time to fight him, y'all. But nah, low key though, all jokes aside, man. I joke about that, but I'm serious to a degree. I don't think AJ's scared of no another man. But I do think Wilder's energy, and I always said this. I think it's Wilder's energy and confidence that makes him uncomfortable. And here's why I say this. Y'all remember when he was fighting Daniel Dubois, right? And they was doing the face-off. Remember AJ and Daniel Dubois? AJ got up and got super aggressive, like for no reason. He was talking about slapping Daniel Dubois across the face with a chair or some shit. Like, remember? He was bugging. Like, he just snapped. He would never show that kind of energy to Wilder. Like, you get me? You wanted to slap Daniel Dubois. He one of the nicest heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and sparked your ass too. But you get me? You at the face-off, it got chippy. You wanted to fight at the face-off, right? Then Wilder walked past you, and you and your promoter just sitting there looking like, well, yeah, well, nah, I would talk some shit, say something. Say, man, we'll kick Wilder ass, man. Damn, am I wrong for wanting them to say at least that? Yo, I will knock you out. Like, I don't think I'm wrong for that. Y'all fighters at the end of the day, bro. You wanted to slap Daniel Dubois with a chair for no reason. Bro ain't even do nothing to you. He was just confident, and you just took it left for no reason. Here Wilder is. Wilder said you don't even want to fight. Nah, shout out to AJ, but it's the confidence still, man. Zoom versus what it do, Brody? How you feeling? Say that AJ bag is different. Yeah, man. They both would have made good money fighting each other, though. Because, everybody needs a great dance partner. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need a great dance partner. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need a great dance partner. Even AJ, even Wilder. And I just feel like this boxing we always got cheated for not getting this fight. It was no way. There's no way in hell as fans we shouldn't have got this fight. There's no reason in the world why we shouldn't have got this fight between these two. It don't matter who people think will win. They both was world-class guys once upon a time. They both was at the top of the mountain. They both could punch their asses off. You know what I mean? AJ, a better of a boxer, right? It would have always been a good fight, especially in their primes. I just hate for boxing's sake that we didn't get this, right? It don't matter. Like, I could deal with whoever would have won or lost, but I just felt like as fans, we should have got to see this one. You know what I'm saying? We should have got to see this one. You know what I mean? I would have substituted one of them Fury fights for AJ and Wilder. No lie. No lie. And I ain't gonna lie, I still watch it right now. I ain't even gonna lie. As ugly as that fight was Saturday, I still watch AJ and Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Because he all got that home run chance. William Old School. What's good, brother? Hey, Phil. Shout out to Troy Graham. What's good, fam? Joshua never fights Wilder, still goes to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's not the conversation I'm having. I'm just having a boxing conversation. He go to the Hall of Fame. It's not about need. It's just about the fight. I get all of that. That's cool. They don't need each other. And they both probably going. I'm pretty sure they both go. So I don't think neither one need each other, but it's not about need. Because once upon a time, he should have just wanted to fight him because Wilder was undoubtedly one of the best guys there. He was knocking everything out. Shout out to Emmanuel, my dog. I still pay for it. Facts. Shout out to William Old School. Don't work too hard on him. Boxing dad. What up, homie? How you feeling? So I hear you, but I don't want to even make it a kind of like that kind of conversation where, oh, well, he don't need him. That's not the point. Like, think about how many boxers don't need each other, but everybody needs a great dance partner. Wouldn't you agree that boxing would need this fight, especially when they was in their prime? Maybe not now so much, but once upon a time when them dudes was at the top of the mountain, boxing needed this fight, and we didn't get it for whatever reason. I got my thoughts on it. I know everybody think differently, but it's all good. At the end of the day, I think, boxing missed one. You know what I mean? I think that would have been a really good fight to see. You know what I mean? AJ is world class. You know what I'm saying? He's two-time unified champion. He's absolutely one of the best guys to do it. You know what I'm saying? Gold medalist. You get me? Wilder, bronze medalist, 10 title defenses. He held it down for a long time, bro. They both blazed their trails in their own way. AJ had the backing and all of that stuff behind him, I think, the money. And I think Wilder picked that up as time went on. And they both put themselves in really good position. So, you know what I mean? But I do think it's a shame that, they never fought. You know what I mean? We talking about dynamite here. You know what I'm saying? We talking about AJ, the gold medalist, and Wilder, the bronze bomber. You get me? We talking about bombs flying, and at their best, this shit would be a fun fight. You know what I'm saying? No matter who would win, they both got the power to end it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I always felt like Wilder takes a better shot than AJ. You know what I'm saying? But at the heavyweight division, man, anybody could go. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a person that if AJ hit the right way, he can't knock out. I think he's that kind of puncher. You know what I'm saying? Both of these dudes had some devastating knockouts throughout their careers. They stretch some people, you know what I'm saying? So it's just always a shame when boxing don't pull the trigger on fights like this. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to be stuck with the what ifs and who would have won and the hypotheticals. I hate that, but you know what? It's crazy enough. I mean, it might not be in demand, but I'm pretty sure people would buy this fight. Pretty sure they would and support it because it's boxing, bro. Hell, shit. Why not? I mean, look, Chisora and Wilder, they had it packed out there in the O2. Now you put Joshua there in place of Derek Chisora with a Wilder, and it's people that think AJ definitely wins. Hell yeah, they'll watch this fight. Hell yeah, I still watch it. Like I said, so who knows, man? We know an opportunity is there, and I think it's safe to say if you don't know nothing about Wilder, you got to know that he'll stretch you with that right hand if it touch you the right way, and he ain't duck or avoid nobody. He never ducked or avoided no smoke ever in his career. You know what I'm saying? AJ never won a Wilder. Like Canelo and one Benavidez. It appears that way, Mike. I ain't gonna lie. None of them, AJ or Wilder, was considered pound number one as heavyweights. But Usyk is. Come on, man. Yeah, you know how that go, though, man. Usyk special, though. Sad we can't get this fight. Yeah, even to this day, bro. Shout out to Rose. It was good. AJ still is a lot more in the tank. Which was Eddie's plan the whole time. I got AJ if the fight happens. But see, I hope it's his plan because when asked about it, he looked very like, you know, like, you better go out there and find a way to get your man to win. And look, I agree with some of y'all. I think AJ still got more left than Wilder, it seems like. Because I think Wilder was getting, he got took through some rough and tough, grueling rounds in that trilogy, right? And I think he took a lot out of Tyson Fury as well. They both took a lot out of each other. I don't care what nobody said, you know. But I think, you know, AJ, some of his joints, you know, just getting one punched or knocked out where he wasn't getting beat down, right? And he was getting stopped. You know what I mean? I think the fact that Wilder could take a better punch and stuff like that, he's taken more of a beating throughout his career and fights because of that ability to take a punch, right? And no, you know, at this point, it seems like AJ still do got a bit more. You know what I'm saying? But you just never know what happened. Because, again, I'm sure Wilder touching with some of them right hands he touched Chisora with, he probably knocks him out. I'm telling you, he probably knocks him out. So, I don't know. My thing is this, though, and it's just my guess on it. If they're confident that their guy can win, at some point, they're going to make this fight. Or they'll try. I'll say that at some point, they'll want to make the fight. Yeah, he do. He just look like, even the look in his face, he just like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you should be, man, you should be, salivating right now. Like, you should be like, you know what I mean? Licking your chops for real. Like, yo, this the guy y'all think gonna beat me? Or am I tripping? You should be like, bro, this is not the guy that's gonna beat me, G. You know what I'm saying? And you might be right. You might really be right. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like this, right? At this stage in their careers, man, whoever land first, bombs away, damn it. Bombs away. Because AJ still can punch and he can get you out of there, right? So if he catch you, it could be trouble for Wilder because Chisora had him in trouble. And I don't think he could punch like AJ. Just like I don't think AJ got the chin that Wilder's had through his career. So it's like they both had things about them where you probably don't want to be on the receiving end of either of their punches. If you fighting AJ, you don't want to be on the receiving end of his best shot. And if you fighting Wilder, same deal. Even now, you don't want to be on the receiving end of his best shot. You might not get up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. It's heavyweights. Anything can happen. But like I said, AJ seems like he's kept his form more together at this point than what Wilder has. And to be fair, for what it's worth, Wilder has had 50 fights. How many fights AJ got, y'all? Do AJ got 30 fights yet? You know what I'm saying? So you got to think of that as wear and tear. That's a lot of training camps, injuries, tough ass trilogy with Fury, the tough fights with Luis Ortiz, right? You done been, beat by Parker. You got stopped by Zhang. Like, you got some rough ass losses, bro. And he's still finding a way to do it. It's crazy. I love over 100 million table. Joshua Wilder. Yeah, man, it should have happened, bro. It should have happened, Troy. It definitely should have happened, bro. Been hunting for you. If you can't get AJ versus Wilder, I'll take Wilder versus Julian White. I'm pointed beginning of the round 6. He was jabbing, pivoting, setting traps. But at 40, it's hard to summon the guy he used to be. It is, Roger. That's all facts, bro. It's hard to recapture that level of hunger and confidence that he once exuded, man. That shit was infectious, bro. Like, everywhere Wilder went, he breathed a certain level of confidence and just that energy, man. He brought that energy, bro, and he changed the heavyweight division. I don't care what nobody said. They might not want to give him his credit for it, but he did. He did. Because still, like I said, still to this day, I think we could all agree that it's a certain spark that he added that's still missing from today's heavyweight division, bro. You just don't see them knockouts the way, like, remember how he knocked out Dominic Brazil, bro? That was ridiculous. Remember how he stretched Buddy and had him punching and kicking while he was on the ground out of it? Yo, it was like crazy. Dude went to like a spasm or something. Remember how he knocked out Arthur Spilka like on the back foot? And dude was knocked out sleep with his legs crossed? Like, bro, remember how he knocked out Bermain Stavern in the rematch? A man that big is not supposed to be able to lay on his ankles, bro. Bermain Stavern's head was like where his ankles are. How do you even fall that way? You know how relaxed you got to be? I'm pretty sure when Wilder hit Stavern in that rematch, that shit was like a shot of dope. And I'm just assuming because I don't know what it, because he was so relaxed. It was like he was all fentanyl. So his body just collapsed. I'm like, what the nah, bro? Remember how Wilder did him? Do y'all remember that rematch? Like, you haven't Dominic Brazil. Remember that? Boom, boom. He just laid him out. Like, you haven't seen knockouts like that. And I think Moses Atoma is on his way to producing that type of action, bro. But you just haven't seen that shit, bro. And I'm not gonna let people forget it. So say what you want about what you think right now, but we all seen the trail that he blazed, and I'm standing on it, and I always will. It's not the same. It's not the same without him yelling "Bomb Squad" to this day in people's face. Like, you get me? Like, that shit had never. You probably won't get another heavyweight like that. You probably won't, bro. It'd be a minute, yo. It's gonna be a little while. Cause think about it. He talked it and he walked it for a very long time and had to get cheated out of his spot. And I don't want to get into all the dumb shit with Fury, but y'all know what's up. You get me? Like it ain't never. You probably won't never get another one like that. Not like that, G. Not like that. Not like that. You know what I mean? Confidence on another level. And I still to this day, man, I think that's what makes him who he is. It still make him tick. You gotta show him. Like, you hear how he talk. Like, you gotta show him whatever you think about him and whoever you think could beat him. He willing to put it to the test. And I just don't feel like it's a lot of people with that mentality. Even with him not being in his physical prime and none of that stuff, he still got a mentality of a guy that's just willing to go in there and give it everything he got. And again, that's why I say it's bigger than the win or the loss. It's the mentality that he carried for years, man. And you could say what you want. You can call him a lot of things. You could try to say what he ain't. But you can never say he wasn't with the smoke and he wasn't with fighting any and everybody. I never seen him be scared. His confidence never wavered. None of that shit. Get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a while before somebody could kind of fill that void with that energy where a guy was that exciting and talked it like that and had that level of confidence. And that's what I think they hated the most. He still talked like that. Like, he could take the worst loss, but he won't talk like a broken man to me. He'll still come out and talk with that same confidence. And they just didn't like it. They ain't like it. So again, shout out to my guy Wilder, man. I'm always supporting him. Anthony Joshua, hell of a fighter. Like I said, he probably got more. He could have more left in the tank. But I still would want to see the fight, and I still would like to see him prove it. And still, it just don't seem like that's something that he had won. I could be wrong. Maybe this interaction, I'm reading too much into it. Maybe AJ was just, I don't know, caught off guard. I don't know. But damn it, this shit funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, Deontay.
That here bitch came from the soul. That here bitch came from the soul. Look at that
AJ, what did you think? Main event, what did you think?
Yeah, entertaining. Yeah, I thought Wilder won 2 or 3 rounds. Good fight, competitive fight.
Wilder won 2 or 3 rounds, man. Get the hell on, bro. Get the hell out. We'll put AJ in there then, damn it. Yeah, they be bugging over there in the UK. The referee wanted I was convinced it was at a point the referee wanted a fair one with Wilder. He was like, "Ain't no way I'm gonna let you keep hitting him like that." Oh man, that shit is crazy, man. Oh man, gotta love it, man. This was fun, man. For what it was. Shout out to my dog, Pac-Man ATL Tate. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? Shout out to my guy, man. Good to see you in the building too, fam. Yeah, I don't tolerate no Wilder slander. That's why I'm ignoring it. Have your opinion. I ain't trying to mute nobody's opinion, but I ain't reading no negative comments because I ain't even trying to hear it. Fabric G's was good with it, bro. And then look, I'll say it like this: have your opinions. Say what you want. Have your criticism. It is what it is. Everybody got their opinions, but why I rock with him, like I don't give a damn what nobody say. It was a point in time. It was a point in time that if you knew if anybody would have gotten there with Wilder, there was a fucking very high chance that they was going to get knocked the fuck out. We knew this. We knew it. So you could try to say, he ain't this, he ain't that, he trash. I'm just tired of hearing that because it's like, you know what it take to even be able to do what they do, bro? And the fact that he's still fighting after all he's been through, whether it was in his personal life or in the actual like career, for him to still be dealing with this shit is commendable, bro, and still be willing to fight is what I rock with, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody had his mentality. I wish everybody was willing to get in there and put it all on the line, win, lose, or draw. You just don't have enough fighters with that mentality. So it always was deeper than the skill set, the win or the loss, or the right hand. This dude was willing to fight, and he talked it. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, they ain't like that confident. They don't like you to be this kind of confident. They like, man, well, all you got is a right hand. How could you talk like that? Because that shit landed on damn near everybody. Everybody was falling victim to that. They was falling like dominoes. Dominoes, bro. I'll never forget that Dominic Brazil knockout. That shit went viral. Arthur Spilka was asleep, bro. They gurneyed him out of there. That man's legs was crossed. And then he woke up talking about Wilder don't hit that hard. That man woke up from the dead talking about Wilder don't hit that hard. Hey, yo, I'm telling you this right now. If you don't understand where I'm coming from, you don't. But I'm not interested in like over explaining what I mean. What I'm saying is very clear. You know who they is, bro. Like if you don't, then you just don't know. But I'm not about to give you the history lesson on Day. You know who they is. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be. The people that was cool with a guy removing padding from his gloves. The people that was cool with him having floppy gloves and all types of shit. The people that was cool with him paying tens of thousands of dollars to get photos removed offline because they knew this dude was cheating. We all know who they is. This dude is a cheat. That shit gonna turn me up because we can't play dumb, man. That dude, and when I say that dude and they, the powers that be, and that dude, big cheating ass Gypsy King. That shit is well documented. All that shit is out there. That dude is a known cheater. Shout out to Mr. Empire. But anyway, let's keep building, man. I don't want to go off topic. Shout out to Wilder. You got the win. It was an ugly fight. Who cares? They counted you out. They mad as hell. They counted wrong. The ref tried to fight you too. And Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn still don't want to fight. I ain't trying to hear shit. I don't want to hear nothing. Put some respect on that man's name, man. Y'all find another UKer to go out there and fight him. You know what I'm saying? Wilder out here talking about he'll fight Moses Atoma when you got, AJ won't dare get in the ring with him. That's not gonna happen. Tyson Fury said he ain't stupid. He ain't going nowhere near that young killer. And then Usyk said he definitely ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wilder. He different, man. Y'all can hate if you want to. I ain't hearing none of it. That's my guy, man. You know how we rocking, man. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. But I don't know what's next, but like I said, I'm gonna always support it because he give you what he got, yo. That's it. Like I'm always gonna be good with that as a boxing fan. You give me what you got on the night, win, lose, or draw. You only can do what you could do. If it ain't your night, it ain't your night. It's cool. But it was his night Saturday. It was his night Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Motown, what it do? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He don't care though. The thing is, the thing I'm pointing out is it's not about, I get it. Like people gonna argue about the win or the loss, or could he actually beat a Moses Atoma? I don't give a damn. The fact that he even speaking the way he's speaking lets me know a lot about that dude. And we know he don't just talk. We know if he get an opportunity, and if that's the dude on the table, we know he'll fight him. Them other ones like, nah, So I just keep pointing that out. That matters to me. He stand for something. Imagine that. Like these dudes could still be considered in a prime or whatever. They won't get in there with him right now. That shit should tell you something. Think about the mentality of a fighter, right? He got cheated in the first Fury fight. We all know that should have been a knockout win, and it should have never been a second and third fight, respectfully. But then the second fight was bad. It was a bad loss for him. He still took that man to court to get the third fight after getting beat down like that in the second one. How many people do you know would have went through such lengths to make sure they got another fight where a lot of people thought they wasn't going to win? He still almost not, and he got another long count in the third fight. Come on, man. I'm never forgetting that, man. Shout out to Wilder, man. He gave us his best, bro. And if his best years is behind him, then so be it. I'm still rocking with him, man. That's just it's what it is, bro. Losing is part of boxing, man. Losing is part of boxing. It's part of the game. Shit, it took
Albright in Virginia
over 40 times before he even took any loss. So you know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. It's all good. Shit happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some. My problem in boxing is he won way more than he lost. He won way more than he lost. He's entertained us way more than you ever felt let down. Way more. And anybody feel free to disagree, but tell me, is a part of this, like, is the same spark in the heavyweight division without him? Tell me it is. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and sit here and lie. You know it's not. That shit used to be wild because you did not know when it was coming, but you knew it was coming. Do you hear me? Like, remember that second Luis Ortiz fight? He was losing arguably every round, and his confidence never wavered. He never packed it in mentally, none of that. And he stretched his ass and walked off. I don't get it, man. I'm here to celebrate my guy, man, all the way until he hang them joints up. And big shout out to Tate Jones, who is Team Wilder, and that's his family. So shout out to my guy, Pac-Man Tay. You know how we rock it, man. Twan, what's good with it, fam? I know people don't like to hear, they don't expect to hear nobody having nothing positive to say about Wilder, because I'm supposed to be telling y'all how he only had a right hand and he couldn't even land that. I'm supposed to be telling y'all how he really need to hang it up. I'm supposed to be telling y'all all this shit that people probably said when he probably first picked up a pair of gloves. I'm not doing it. It's his confidence, it's his stubbornness and all that shit that got him the success that he got now. You know what I'm saying? That same energy and attitude he got is the shit that got him 10 title defenses. The viral highlight reel knockouts for years that he changed the heavyweight division. That's like, and I'm never gonna stop saying it. Until I see somebody else fill that void, I'm gonna keep saying it. It wasn't no knockout like a Wilder knockout. Them shits was ridiculous. Ridiculous, bro. Had dude convulsing on the ground in one of them knockouts, bro. Shout out to boxing. I was with all them guys this weekend. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV, man. I seen you in the building, man. B. Norman and them, Ray Ford, Marquise Taylor, Zay Quinn. I see you, my guy. Seem like his skills is regress because he's not setting up the right hand. Wilder just throwing and hoping it lands. I mean, you know, I just feel like, you know, your prime window as an athlete is not a large window, and I think he stretched it. I think he gave us the best fights he possibly could, and everything here is just icing on the cake. I think he's a guy that you're gonna have to prove that you can beat him. As long as he's still here, he's gonna be willing to challenge himself, and it's a part of me that rock with that, because you just don't got enough of those type of people in boxing. You know what I mean? That's really willing to put it on the line. Like the dude got motivated after getting the statue. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He could have been walked away and said, "The hell with this." You know what I mean? Especially after the long ass counts, getting cheated, stupid ass gloves, like you name it, bro. Dent in the side of your head, man. You name, man. Shout out to Wilder, like I said, man. See, Wilder versus Usyk, someone close to his age. Usyk, another one. Remember we thought that could happen at one point. Usyk sounded like he would have been willing to do it. He sounded like it, and then he just you know. He went silent. He went silent on all that. Name is still one of the biggest names in boxing. Yeah, man. He always, like, I always tell people, bro, the more you try to say what he not, Wilder used to turn the lights off. I'm telling you, turn your lights out, bro. Disrespectfully. And then he'd dance and do some wild shit after that. He'll stretch you and then dance off on you ridiculously. He too damn tall, dancing off on you like that, bro. I had fun with it. I had fun enjoying his career. That's all I'm saying. And y'all know I'm just due, so I genuinely keep it this same energy with anybody that give me their best, bro. And that's all I'm telling y'all. Anybody that goes out there and give me their best for my money, I'm cool with it, yo. I'm cool with it. I had fun. Them knockouts was different, bro. That right hand was something special. He was a created player in modern day boxing, bro. A created player. And that shit was fun. And that Wilder can beat AJ. I really think it's a dangerous fight. I think every fight moving forward for Wilder is dangerous. You know, it's later in your career. You a heavyweight, you know what I mean? But he still believes in himself. And there's something about that I respect. And I feel like it's a part of me that feels like that gives you a fair chance to win any fight. He still believes that he can knock you out. He still believes in his right hand. And that's the thing that I think people can't resonate with, regardless of what people see him as and reduce him to. He doesn't feel that way about himself, and I think that's something to be said. So can't break his confidence, man. He one of them guys, win, lose, or draw. It's the next fight up, and you got to show him. It don't matter who he lost to. The next guy, he ain't giving nobody no wins. You got to show me you could beat me. So, and that's what I like about him. I rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't getting into it. Have at it, fam. Shout out to OP. What's good, famo? What's good, my guy? Judah was good. Usyk, when Radio Silent, they asked if he'll fight Wilder. Yeah, he had said something about going to the fight, and then think he like changed his face probably, and then it didn't end up going to one of Wilder fights, and then I stopped hearing about it. Kind of got silent. Yeah, seemed like he must didn't want that smoke either. Again, as long as that man is upright, he dangerous. I don't care what you say. I think we seen that Saturday, so it's far removed from his prime as a lot of y'all may feel. Still dangerous. I think we could all agree to that. Still can catch you and hurt you, and I think that's a part. That's what Eddie Hearn and AJ know. They was there ringside seeing dude get the sweat punched off his head. You know what I'm saying? They let Derek Chisora call a timeout. Coach jumped in the ring, rabbit punches, ref getting in the way, stalling him out. Like, they was doing all type of shit, bro. So salute the Wilder, man. A good win, man. Back in the win column, on to the next, man. Let's see the next one up. Let's see who want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who want to fight him. Let's see who want to fight him. But shout out to Bomb Squad, man. We good, man. We good. Yo. Hey, yo, I could guarantee you, hey, Troy Grant, hey, Tay, you still in the building, bro? Hey, I don't know if Tay Jones still in the building, my guy, man. I could guarantee you he'll shoot that right down, and that'd come right from the source. I wouldn't even really just have to argue that. I just asked that for a reason, because he'll correct you on that real fast. But let's keep building. You know what I'm saying? My guy in here, holler at me. But this other fight, man, that we've seen over this weekend, man. These ladies, man. Yesterday was a real good day for boxing, man. Them ladies put on, man. Did y'all enjoy these ladies fights yesterday? Well, I know it wasn't just me. I know y'all junkies was having fun watching them ladies throw down. Ellie Scottney, you know, who's that? Mariela Flores. Man, that was a war. Man, they went to war. What was going on? Who was Flores? Why don't I know her? Like, what's up? I'm like, yo, she was bringing heat. I'm like, yo, she got Scottney fighting hard, bro. She had to fight her ass off. I'm like, man, Ellie Scottney, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got onto her recently, Reef Ellie Scottney, and I was really looking forward to. I know she had an injury recently. I think a fight got postponed or something like that. So, you know, I definitely was checking for her. But hey, man, Flores made her earn for everything. She made her earn everything, bro. She made her earn it all. Howard was good, homie. She made her earn it all, man. That's Lady Pitbull. That's how that should remind me of it. I believe it. Man, yo, that was a fight. That was a fight, man. Ellie Scottney remained poised, and she kept working, man. She never wavered under that pressure. But Flores was bringing heat, man. She was catching her in between shots. I was like, yo, that was one of the best fights I seen. That was a great fight. A great women's fight, bro. Man, them ladies, bro. Shout out to Ellie Scottney for becoming undisputed, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. And see them with family all day. Oh yeah, man. Shit, go back and try to double check something. They might be up on YouTube or they need some highlights. But Mike Kirkland, you would enjoy them fights for sure, bro, because you like action and you got it with them. You got skill, grit, heart, like dog, all that shit that you like in fights. You got it with them. You got it with them. That was a really good fight by Alycia. And like I said, Flores, that's the kind of person where you walk away, you can't be sad. Like it's gonna hit you because you lost, but you gotta know you won fans over. There's no way she walked away with less fans last night. That both fighters had to walk away gaining each other's fans. That's one of them fights where you like, man, hell no. I don't care if Alycia is your family or your favorite fighter. You had to really rock with her opponent after this. You had to look at her and be like, man, because I didn't expect her to give her that tough of a fight, but she made it tough. And Scotty she ain't back down, man. She ain't wavered. She had to box her off her in spots. She had to fight, man. She had to dig deep and earn it, man. And she did it. She was landing the cleaner, more effective work, but Flores brought that smoke, man. She brought that smoke, bro. Blue was good with it. He brought that smoke for real, man. That shit was crazy, man. Yeah. That's why he said he had to fight the ref. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I peeped that. That's why he said he felt like it would have been a third round knockout if it wasn't for the ref. The ref was on bullshit. You could tell. Somebody pointed that out ahead of time when they seen who the ref was. I forget, but they were speaking about that way before they even got in the ring. So I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they tried to set it up for Chisora to walk away with a win in his 50th fight, but it wasn't in the cards. Because low key, he was talking about like he wanted to come back and do it again, but I don't think his wife wasn't beat. She wasn't going for it. Boom, 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 boom. But let's keep building, man. So say people talking about Caroline Dubois, man. Look, Scotty did her thing. Shout out to her, man. That was a great fight. But Sweet Caroline is the one that people want to talk about the most. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that fight was as close as what people try to make it. That's me personally. I don't see it. Yes, it was very competitive throughout because Terry Harper's a dog. She can fight. She legit as they come, right? She ain't no champion for no reason. She was a champion in her own right? But I think Caroline Dubois fought a very smart fight, strategic, patient, calculated. She was disciplined. She was everything. And look, reason why the fight, people don't know the difference between competitive and close, right? That fight was more competitive than it was close to me. I feel like all the rounds was like back and forth and, both fighters, it was ebbs and flows throughout that entire fight. But I felt like one fighter consistently showed that they was the boss in there. One fighter showed that they was consistently the boss in there, being first, second, and sometimes last. And that was Caroline Dubois. I don't care what nobody say. Terry Harper landed some good shots, some good counters and stuff like that. She got some good work in there too, for sure. You know what I'm saying? She showed her championship pedigree. No lie. She made Caroline Dubois earn it. You know what I mean? Landed some really good counter shots. But she was rarely first. She wasn't never on the front foot. She spent the entire the fight backing up and I don't want to say surviving, but she was fighting not to lose. That's not the same as fighting to win. Caroline Dubois was fighting to win. Terry Harper was fighting to not lose or to not get knocked out type shit. Because she knew that girl got real power. And she said it. If you don't get me out of there, early, that's almost saying like, damn, it's a chance she can get you out of there and early. But if she don't, then what's going to happen. You was expecting like to take her into deep waters and probably drown her. But because you said she fades late in fights, but this is my thing. If you know her gas tank is leaky, why you ain't press the issue and make her burn the candle at both ends? You was in retreat mode. You didn't stand your ground, and you was boxing and trying to keep her off you. You wasn't boxing like a person that was like, all right, I'm coming to take this shit from you. Caroline Dubois was prepared to come take your title and defend hers. You was you was only defending your title, but wasn't trying to get hers, if that makes sense. Because I want to give her credit for her effort. She definitely fought back, but she didn't have enough in that game plan to make me feel like, yo, this is gonna beat this young fighter. I could tell by the way it was going the first couple rounds, like, yo, she not gonna beat her this way. You can't beat her giving up ground and allowing her to keep continuously backing you up and just try to rely on counter punching alone, because Caroline Dubois, like I said, was being very strategic. She was being smart. She wasn't making a lot of silly mistakes. Even when she got caught, it wasn't with silly mistakes. She was, this is a world championship fighter that you fighting. She got that championship pedigree too. So she didn't make a lot of dumb mistakes. And like I said, when one person is consistently being the boss and the other fighter is like in retreat mode, fighting to keep the other one off them and trying to keep them at bay, but you really can't. Like, she never deterred Caroline Dubois ever. And whenever she got something good, if Caroline didn't get it right back, she got it back shortly after. She never let none of the rounds get away from her. Like, she really was controlling the action throughout. And I think once it got to like the midpoint, it was like competitive, but I think Terry Harper just kept giving up the rounds. Like, we're gonna get into this, man. Shout out to my homie Platboy. He said, salute, now it's time for you to get your just due. Much love to my guy, man. Shout out to my guy Platboy. How you been, Brody? We gonna build on it, man. Cause look, yeah, head movement. Yeah, man, let's talk about it. The head movement, man, she was defensively responsible as well as being on the front foot and going to get her opponent. She was. Her upper body movement, head movement, she was rolling with out of the way of punches, ducking under punches. She was making Terry Harper miss. And to Terry Harper's credit, let me be fair. She did a lot of great things on the opposite side too. She was making Caroline Dubois miss some big shots because Caroline was trying to put some heat on some of them shots, and Terry Harper was getting out of the way. So she showed good defense and good reflexes and awareness early too. But she was trying to fight, to me, and this is my opinion on how I read it, she was trying to fight the perfect fight. You get me? She was trying to fight the perfect fight too much. She was waiting for the perfect shot, and it was like she was trying to wait for a mistake from Caroline that never presented itself. She was waiting for her to maybe somehow get tired and then slow down and she could take advantage of her, and it just didn't happen. It just wasn't in the cards, you know what I'm saying? Cass was saying Baumgardner stopped Harper because, remember, she was rumored to be on PDs. Yeah, we're going to get to her too. Because she pissing me off. I love the bomb, but she pissing me off only because she got a fighter. She got a fighter at this point, but we're going to get to her in a second. But look, like I said, Caroline Dubois, I had her winning this fight the entire way. I ain't saying she won every single round, but I think she never lost control of the fight. She was the boss in there. She pushed the pace. She controlled the tempo. She set the table most times, right? Like, she started. She was first, second, and last sometimes. It was literally no lie. She was waiting around too much for the perfect shot. And for the younger fighter, what would seem to be the less experienced fighter, she was waiting for mistakes that she just wasn't going to make. And Caroline Dubois was very consistent with her approach. Yeah, she got hit with shots because, like I said, it's a fight. And she was fighting another real world-class champion, but she was the boss. She was the boss yesterday, Sunday night. She was the boss. And it showed. And I think the fight was competitive, but it wasn't as close as what people are making it seem. This wasn't no struggle fest. This wasn't that. This was a younger fighter showing the older, talented champion that, yeah, you good, but I'm on your ass. You ain't. I'm better, and that's what I seen. You know what I'm saying? And that knockdown was beautiful. Man. So she didn't knock her out, but she got her down, man. You know what I mean? And it just, it wasn't to be. You know what I mean? I know Alycia Baumgardner short-circuited Terry Harper and stopped her, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not knocking her, but I think that's the last knockout she had. I don't think she had a knockout since then. You know what I'm saying? But we got to talk about it. So, look, shout out to Terry Harper. She was in amazing shape. She fought her ass off. She just lost to a better fighter. She lost to a better, hungrier fighter, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Just watching the fight, I felt like you know, Carolyn Dubois constantly pressed the issue and showed that she wanted it. Like I said, she fought like she was defending her title and fighting to take Terry Harper's. Terry Harper, to me, overall fought like, yeah, I'm trying to defend my title, but I ain't trying to go get yours. And what I mean by that is, yeah, the effort was there, but I feel like it could have been more effort to try to push the issue and force Carolyn Dubois to be tired down the stretch of the fight, rather than highlight that she gets tired, but not fight a kind of fight that would push her to make sure she's tired down the stretch. Like, she didn't do that. And Carolyn Dubois, I think one of the first things I caught on to that I felt like she was doing was pacing herself. She paced herself very well, and she opened up when she needed to. She was very smart about that. She was very, very intelligent about when she opened up and threw combinations. She was a little economical with the combination, a little stingy with the combinations. And I think Clarissa Shields was saying the same thing. She could have been throwing a bit more combination. I think she could have pushed the issue a little more, but I understand this the safety first approach to a degree, right? In the championship fight, what you're doing is working, so you ain't really have to go out of your way to force the issue. Shout out to you, Will. Shout out to you, my guy. Beat Skull was good, fam. He said, do you got Dubois beating Alycia? For me, I do. And if she don't, shit, she could show us. You know what I mean? If she don't beat her right now, she could show us. She could show us right now if she can't beat her. You get what I'm saying? Stuck to her game plan. Yeah, she stuck to her game plan, and she pushed her back. She forced her to make mistakes. Like I said, she countered well. She went to the body well. She dropped her later in the fight. It was a real good performance to me. It was a real good showing from Carolyn Dubois. She gonna learn a lot from that fight. You know, Terry Harper, don't hang your head. I know she'll be back. She can box, man. Terry Harper can scrap. She is a reason why she's a champion. You know what I mean? I will watch her any day of the week too, man. She brought that smoke. You know what I'm saying? She brought that smoke. But this is what we gonna get to this though. We're gonna get to this. We gotta get to this. Guys, too, man.
Yeah, beat your ass up again. Yeah. Yeah, Terry. Look at her. Yeah. Yeah, Terry.
Nah.
Play with Terry.
Rooting while somebody losing is diabolical.
Come on, Terry. Keep moving, girl. 36 seconds. Let's go. Stop playing. Yeah, Terry. Work in there, Terry. Yeah.
I wonder what she's saying right now.
Get
while
in there,
she's
Terry.
chilling
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, Terry.
Stop playing. Y'all was sleeping on Terry. Kira ain't got shit for nobody.
Terry.
Look, Caroline's still trying to find, I was going to knock her out fourth. Well, all right. You got 10 seconds. What you going to do? Come on, Terry. Sit down, Terry.
This shit is crazy.
Don't ever mention my name. Don't mention my name, Dubois. You ain't got shit for me.
Yeah, Two-Tone is a fool, bro. Two-Tone, damn silly dude, bro. He's silly, man. She stuck to... Yeah, man, he's silly. But look, it's that funny how Alycia wanted Clarissa to come down and fight her, but she's saying her and Carolina are two different weights. Hey, look, we're going to talk about it. Y'all know I always keep it classy and respectful. Look, Alycia Baumgardner is one of the big deals in boxing, man. You know what I mean? She got the pizzazz, right? The energy, the looks, right? She could fight, all that. She come out dancing, the sexy outfits and the weigh-ins and all of that stuff. And I love it, and we all love her for it. She can fight with all of that. But with all that being said, I'ma keep it real. I don't like the energy that she displayed when it comes to Carolyn Dubois. Why I'm a little more annoyed than usual is because I kind of seen this play already with Clarissa. Y'all was cool as hell, and then out of nowhere, you start talking about fighting her. That was super weird to me because I knew that fight would never happen. I knew you wouldn't meet her in the middle. I knew you wouldn't come up and fight her. I don't know why you chose to kind of throw your name in a hat like y'all could fight each other, but you knew that couldn't happen. And then when I seen y'all face to face, Clarissa energy was like, I'll beat your ass right now. And your energy was like, I look better than you. Like, that's your energy. Like, that's what you do. You want to talk about how she look and your looks, and you didn't want to fight Clarissa. You kind of used that for what it was. I don't want to say you needed clout off her name because people know who you are and you could fight. You know what I'm saying? And you champion and all that shit. So you don't need the clout, but you definitely use that situation to bring attention to yourself, because you had everybody talking about it for a while, and you was even entertaining it like it was a chance y'all could fight, knowing that it was never no way you was gonna meet her anywhere to fight her. Because I'm gonna just be blunt, and this is just my opinion. As phenomenal as a fighter you are, Clarissa Shields is the GOAT for a reason. You just wouldn't be able to beat her. In my opinion, you don't have the punch output, the gas tank, and she more skillful than you, and she more confident and all that. So you wasn't confident when it came to fighting Clarissa. That face-to-face interaction told me all I needed to know. You cool with just talking it. Clarissa was cool with actually showing it. That's just my interpretation on how everything played out. And now you got a young, hungry champion in Carolyn Dubois, who's a unified champion, respectfully. I'm not trying to hear shit. Y'all got to fight. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight classes. She got to do more. And nah, bro, you tweeting every time she fight, every time she fight, you got something to say. You doing videos. You damn near fake best friends with Terry Harper because you don't like Carolyn Dubois. I'm going to be honest. If Carolyn Dubois wasn't a threat, you'd probably be more anxious to fight her. You know what it is. Real always recognize real. And if Alycia Baumgardner is as real as what she say, she knows damn well whether she feels like she'll beat Carolyn Dubois or not. She know that's a real challenge and a real fight for her. And I don't like the way she dealing with it. Look, you could troll her and all that stuff. That's y'all. You know, it's boxing, but I'm just talking the fighting stuff. I don't like the energy that you show when it's time to talk about fighting her. You not keeping the right energy. You didn't have the right energy for Clarissa. I knew you weren't going to fight her. Why did you turn the corner and make it seem like y'all could have ever fought? And now you got Carolyn Dubois talking about y'all in different weight classes, and she need to do more, and she ain't did enough, and she's still a puppy. And nah, she a unified champion, and she just beat up somebody that you stopped. I get it. You stopped her because you landed that punch and you disconnected Terry Harper from her senses, because you can punch as well. But we all know one of the best fights in boxing will be Alycia Baumgardner versus Sweet Caroline. I don't care what you say. You supposed to feel like you can beat her. You supposed to feel like, you know, she ain't on your level and all that. But come on, man. She a unified champion. Get that girl an opportunity. Get that girl an opportunity. I got her winning right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Baumgardner be on some straight clown shit. But yeah, hey man, look, I love her, ETB. I love her. I love the dancing, the outfits, the weigh-ins. I like how you go out there and fight and all that, and your confidence. But I want to see the confidence when it comes to fighting the Carolyn Dubois. I don't want to hear all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get it. You're pretty and all of that. You got looks and you look better than everybody. Cool. All right, that's cool. But can you beat all of these women? Can you beat Carolyn Dubois? That's not something we know. You can argue all day about who look better. I don't care about that. Who could fight better? Who would win this fight? I'm leaning toward Carolyn Dubois. I'm telling you, I do. I do. I really do. I could be wrong, but I want to see it. I want to see it. Said she was open to fight whoever in her last fight. She was talking about moving down, though. Beat Skull. She was talking about moving down. Sports prediction was good with it, family. Yeah, she was saying she's still a puppy, still a pup, and all that weird stuff. Fine. But that gas tank and bottle will be while Dubois beats her. Behind the hands ain't shit for that. So look, we all know you knocked out Terry Harper. That's the flex. That's the last knockout you got, if I'm not mistaken. And then since then, it's been a PED scandal situation, and it hasn't been a knockout since then. It's been issues of a gas tank and a lack of power, some would say, in these fights. So they're not really sure that you this knockout artist that you claim to be. Now, that's just what the people saying. I'm not knocking it, but I don't like the energy that you show when it's time to talk about fighting this girl. You should be with all challenges. You should be talking about fighting her. If she want to do it, come to where you at. Any of that, say that. But you're way too dismissive of one of the best talents in boxing as a female, and we know what it is. Carolyn Dubois is the goods. We all know she the real deal. She could fight, and she got power too. Now, some people try to say she fade in fights like that, but I don't think she has the same issues that Baumgardner has. I don't. I think Baumgardner is a bit more muscular, and I think that might be one of the reasons why she slows late in fights. You know what I'm saying? And her styles, how she fights. So, but this is must-see TV, man. All this hate from the sideline and praying on her to lose, that shit kind of weak. I'm not gonna hold you. It don't look good. It's not a good look. Don't be this happy for Terry Harper, the fighter. You fight her or the beater. You should be the one to give her the first loss. And you not. I just don't hear the energy from Alycia like, yo, I want to fight this girl. You know what I mean? I don't think she's scared or nothing, but I think she's trying to be dismissive of her, and she want to make people believe that, you know, Carolyn Dubois don't deserve a fight with her. But if she beat a common opponent in Terry Harper, y'all can run the fade. I don't care what weight class y'all fight at. That fight can be happen. That fight can happen. I hope it does, bro. But as long as she's super dismissive, and then, oh man, the GWOAT, man, I got a little bone to pick with the GWOAT. You know I love you. You know I love you, GWOAT. You know we love you over here. But man, oh man, got a little bone to pick. Cause look, it's already bad enough. It's already bad enough that Alycia bugging with the being. Oh, you already know, Rich. I already had that. Already had that for you, Rich. I had to click the link to see what you saying. Hey, Rich, we think alike, bro. I got you. Trust me. I was going to talk about that too. I like Tito. I'm trying to get him back on the channel now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him back on now, man. You know what I mean? You got to stop ducking the interview. When I get him back up here, I'm going to tell him in front of all y'all he was ducking the interview, man. But yeah, we got to get to this. So look, Alycia is the good. She the real deal. She's marketable and all that good stuff. And she talk her stuff. She's supposed to talk confident. She's supposed to think nobody can beat her. And she's not wrong for none of that, you know, but I do think she should reconsider entertaining the fight with Carolyn Dubois, especially if you don't have a better opponent. I think if you talking about giving the fans what they want to see, that's something they want to see. And look, I have to say this because I don't rock with this. Don't tell me she ain't done enough and she's still a puppy, as if to say, like, after she do more and get better, I'll fight her. Because ain't no fighter waiting for somebody else to get better before they fight them. I just don't believe that at all. So if you're going to fight her, because later it's going to get worse. She's younger. You're not going to outlast her. Like, you older than she is. I think she got more of a ceiling and more room for growth than for where you at right now in your career, respectfully. You get what I'm saying? And I think for that reason, you need to go ahead and give her a go. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. And if you're fighting a female that Carolyn Dubois beat, then you definitely need to fight her. Like this with all this don't mention my name stuff is wild. Like, what unified champ got to get better. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Behind the hand, she running out of. She don't got no rhyme or reason why you shouldn't entertain this fight after you handle whatever business you got. That's all I'm saying. When she talks, it's like, nah, she ain't on my level. I ain't fighting her. She got to get her weight up. It's that kind of energy. And that's not it. She a unified champion. She don't got to get no weight up. Y'all got to fight. And just prove to the world that she ain't better than you. Why wouldn't you want to be the first person to beat her? That's what I don't be getting. They be seeming like they want somebody else to do it. Go to the University of Oregon. You stupid.
Yeah, Terry, put it together, Terry.
Put it together, Terry.
Yeah, beat your ass up again. Yeah. Yeah, Terry.
Terry.
Look at her. Yeah. Yeah, Terry. Start playing with Terry. Yeah, ooh. Come on, Terry. Keep moving, girl. 36 seconds. Let's go.
She was
Stop
happy,
playing.
boy. She was souped up. She was souped up
Terry.
for Terry.
Work in there, Terry. Yeah. Get in there, Terry.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
bomb. She's crazy, though. She shout out. We love you, girl.
Playing.
We love you.
Y'all was sleeping on Terry. Kira ain't got shit for nobody.
We
Look,
still
Kira
love
still
you,
trying to
girl.
find. Oh, I was gonna knock her out fourth. Well, all right. You got 10 seconds. What you gonna do? Come on,
She
Terry.
was going nuts, wasn't she?
Sit down, Terry.
Sit down, Terry.
Yo.
Sideline coaching from the crib is wild.
Don't
She
ever
going
mention
in.
my name. Don't mention my name, Dubois. You ain't got shit for me.
And this is the thing, man. This is the thing. This is the thing, man. If she don't got nothing for you, I think the boxing public, the boxing world want to see that. And at the very least, Carolyn Dubois is willing to put that to the test. She's willing to put that to the test. 704 Joe, my dog, was good with it. Was she being accused? I think they wasn't able to prove that she ever intentionally did any wrongdoing. So Alycia said she ain't fired her taxes yet. Kyler doing. Shout out to Ghetto Fab, man. What's good with it, homie? Yeah, man. Look, it sounds like you rather do fight other people. Like if you can't base, like, because you knocked somebody out and she went the distance with him, you can't really make it seem like she ain't on your level. She fought somebody that you fought and she beat him. And she beat him over the period of time, over 10 rounds, to show that she was better than that person. So she at least is proven to be on your record. Furthermore, if you're fighting up, your next fight is with a former opponent of Caroline Dubois, then y'all clearly operating around the same level. Y'all both champions. Like, cut the BS, cut the conceited stuff, man. We want to see the fights, man. Bomb, you can fight your ass off, man, and everybody know it. But Caroline Dubois looking like one of them to have to beat right now. You know what I'm saying? Big B-Lo was good with it, man. So we got to see, man. We got to see this fight. We got to see this fight. But I got a little bone to pick, man. Because look, bro. Man. I'm torn. In a way, I like it. But in a way, the stipulation, I don't. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to pull up what I'm talking about, child. I love the GOAT, man. But what she said right there was like, huh? Hold on, man. You adding roadblocks and barriers, man. Like, I like the ideal, but don't tell me that's the only way this fight can happen, bro. I'm gonna be cool. That's crazy. Got to pull this up. Shout out to the GOAT. I know who the main Caliph is. Nah, I don't think, not by name. I don't, not by name. We're gonna get into Caroline Dubois' response too, but hold on, man. Gotta pull up the GOAT real quick, though, man. She said something, man. She said something, man. It was wild.
So if they want that fight with me and Shadesha, they'll give us the fight with Caroline and AB too. And for you,
man, did y'all hear it? Bro, come, hey, greatest woman of all time. Hey, man, you don't need no stipulations, man, because you was already on Angela Yee. You was in a couple different places. You already said you was fighting Shadesha, man. Now you just added a new stipulation. Maybe you just going off the energy and you trying to, I don't know. You know what I mean? Get your girl in Caroline Dubois a fight with Alycia Baumgardner so you can see that scrap. I get it. But, man, that can't be the stipulation in front of you fighting Shadesha Green, bro. I get it. You was in the ring with Lauren Price. I'm not going to lie to you. Fighting Lauren Price before fighting Shadesha Green, it would look crazy to me, because we all know, like, if it's anybody that seemed like there's a person that you should fight that seemingly definitely deserves the opportunity, it's Shadesha, yo. It really is, man. This was a little tough to hear. It's like you like it because you like the ideal, but you don't like the sound of this being the only way.
I told MVP the only way that they'll get that fight is they want me to fight against Shadesha.
She said it. The only way. I don't like that.
I told MVP the only way that they'll get that fight is if they want me to fight against Shadesha, that Caroline and Alycia have to be the co-main. So if they want that fight with me and Shadesha, they'll give us the fight with Caroline and AB too. And for you, okay, so to catch weight? My natural weight class. I had to move up from 160 because all the girls were scared to fight me that were anywhere around that weight. So at the end of the day, I still got to fight whoever will fight me. And the girls at 175, which is heavyweight, was the only girls that would say yes to fighting me. Right.
See, now, shout out to the GOAT. I hear what you're saying to a degree, some truth to that, but now we know, and I know for a fact that Shadesha not joking about fighting you. I know she definitely feel like she could beat you. She feel like she deserved an opportunity. I think the boxing world feel that way as well. I don't think it's another name that people want to see you fight more than Shadesha. And I should just do a poll. I feel like everybody need to do a poll just to see. Like, I want to make sure I ain't the only one. So they can't call it no Jersey bias. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, she been kicking ass up and down these weight classes, Clarissa Shields is. And I always give her respect as the GOAT that she is. But being a GOAT, greatest woman of all time, you got that because you're willing to accept any and every challenge. And I do feel like regardless of how people feel the fight to play out, a challenge for you is Shadeja Green. It is a very good fight. I think you fought lesser girls than her. I think you fighting Shadeja Green for the first time is definitely better than you fighting a franchise rematch, respectfully. So, I mean, I think people will be more interested in that fight than any other fight that I think you can take right now. So, she said on multiple different occasions that she gonna fight her. She definitely gonna fight her. And, you know, this little stipulation that she threw in here wasn't part of the situation initially. So, I just hope that don't be no make or break reason why they can't and don't end up fighting. Because again, Lauren Price can't beat you. Lauren Price don't got that thing about her that separates. At least, you know, with Shadeja's, she got boxing ability as well as power that could change a fight. We all know this. Lauren Price is very sound, very good fighter, but she don't have that it factor about her. She just don't have it. That's nothing that's going to really trouble you. She's not going to be a better boxer than you, so that shit ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Good luck with that. So, I don't know, man. I just see that being a really tough fight. That's going to be a really tough fight. You know what I'm saying? For Lauren Price. And I think people going to start looking a little different because I don't see how you got to her before you get to Shadeja. Lauren Price is smaller than Shadeja, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're going to go down there to fight her, that means you're going past Shadeja Green after already saying you're going to fight her. So, look, I love the ideal of Alycia Baumgardner and Carolyn Dubois being on your undercard of a Shadeja Green and you. I love that idea. I think it's great. But all I'm saying is, as a fight fan, I hope that doesn't be a make or break reason as to why that fight don't happen. Because that's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Clarissa want that. I mean, yeah, Shadeja want that fight. Sonny, you know it. You know I know. I want to see the fight. Everybody think, go scared of Shadeja. Yeah, I know it's not that. I respect Clarissa too much that say she's scared of somebody because I know it ain't that. You don't get to the level she's at being scared or not confident. She's far too confident to be scared of people. I don't see that. But I don't know what it is because it seems like she a little bit standoffish to a degree. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody else, she more, I don't know. I wonder, is it the fact that they was cool before? But that can't really be it because you fought Fran Chan again on top of being cool. And it seemed like y'all less cool than y'all ever was. So, nah, I think Shadeja Green is the fight for her next, man. I don't think she's going to fight her next, but I do think that's the fight for her, especially at the Shadeja fight, the 17th of this month. So, yeah, it's definitely business, availability, opportunity, priority. It's a bunch of different stuff like that because I would never get up on no platform and tell you Clarissa Shields scared to fight somebody. That's ridiculous. And people that push it are ridiculous too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like no matter what she do, before people knew about Shadeja Green, what was it then? You get me? So it's like they don't always find something. Remember, the girl that's supposed to have beat her in the amateurs that really didn't beat her, right? She went to the UK to make that fight happen. That fight would have never happened with Savannah Marshall if she ain't go to the UK. You don't do shit like that if you scared of smoke. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just not a scary fighter, but I do think fighters do get to a point where they do what they want to do. And it's about what they prioritize. Like, see, she ended up in the ring with Lauren Price, but you haven't ended up in the ring after a Shadeja Green fight. Do you get what I'm saying? So the fighters do what they want to do. And me giving Clarissa the respect that I think she deserved, knowing that I feel like she'll fight whoever, it's just about what she want to do right now. And I think what she want to do is what she want to do, right? But hopefully what she want to do leads to a Shadeja Green fight. Because that, to me, I feel like that's the only fight that I really, truly want to see out of everybody that's left right now that I could think of off the top of my head. So that's it. That's the only fight that I need to see from Clarissa. After that, everything else is like super icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? But I just need to see Shadeja get an opportunity. I definitely feel like she deserves. And she going to make the most of win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? With MVP, she said she got cool with MVP. Clarissa. She said she had a conversation with them and kind of like was on more of a more cordial terms, I believe, with MVP now. You know what I'm saying? She said that. I don't know if you ever caught that like little clip where she was talking about it. but they pretty much like buried the hatchet or patched it up, or kind of, you know what I mean? Let the beef go, if you will. Go believes that she could be the man. She shouldn't be scared. Nah, I don't think she's scared of no woman. Not at all. Golden Caroline need to go to Shadeja and Alycia fight next. Yeah, Twan, that'd be funny. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, yeah, go to their next fights and sit in the crowd, call them out, make some noise, man. Yeah, man. Because one thing, I've talked to Shadeja Green multiple times. We got our interviews on the channel. She definitely want that smoke, and she ain't scared to challenge herself against nobody. If y'all know anything about where she from, you'll know that you don't bring scared business to her. Where she come from, like it just, you can't make it to her level being scared. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Patterson, so she ain't worried about no loss. She gonna get out there and fight, and that's all I want to see is her get her opportunity, man, that she deserved. You know what I mean? I feel like I'll be satisfied with what the GOAT showed me. You know what I mean? Fight Shadeja, I'll shut up about the rest. Fight whoever you want after that. It's the only fight that I'm heavily advocating for, unless I see somebody else that seems like it'll be a really good challenge. But off the top of my head, I just can't think of one. Yeah, me too, Sonny. Me too. I mean, she said it multiple times since then, so hopefully she do it. Hopefully she do it. Yeah, Shadeja definitely ready, man. But she got a fight coming up on the 17th, so Shadeja gonna lock in, defend her titles. You know what I'm saying? Defend her titles, handle business, and she gonna work her way. She gonna get that Clarissa Shields fight. We're gonna put that in existence. We're gonna speak that into existence. Shadeja Green, if you out there, man, we know you out there, and you locked in for this fight coming up on the 17th. But we know you're gonna get your opportunity, man. We know it, and we here for it. We's here for it. But like I said, y'all, this little clip right here just had me a little worried, man. I'm like, nah, Guo, don't do us like that.
I told MVP the only way that they'll get that fight, they want me to fight against Shadeja, that Caroline and Alycia have to be the co-main. So if they want that fight with me and Shadeja, they'll give us the fight with Caroline and AB too.
And for you, Lauren Price,
and then Caroline gonna whoop her ass. Yeah, next.
And for yourself, are you gonna go down to welterweight, or are we doing a catch weight? What are we doing now?
Going down to 160.
Okay, so it's a catch weight.
My natural weight class. I had to move up from 160 because all the girls were scared to fight me that were anywhere around that weight. So at the end of the day, I still gotta fight whoever will fight me. And the girls at 175, which is heavyweight, was the only girls that would say yes to fighting me.
Right.
See, and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, Guo. We with you on that. But we clearly know, like, if that business get ironed out, you and Shadeja, you don't got to go all the way down to 160. That's going past 68. So, look, I'm not going to lie. That'd be a little disappointing to see you go all the way back down to 60, skip 68. Like, you skipping over Shadeja right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying wait on nobody, but hopefully the stars align the right way and we can see that fight. You know what I'm saying? But I think Clarissa Shields is by far one of the most confident athletes in the world, not just fighters. She bleeds confidence, bro. Like, you really got to show Clarissa Shields you can beat her. Like, she got like what Core got. Like, you got to show them. You know what I mean? The buzz. Like, you got to show them. Like, you got to show them you could beat them. Like, they ain't not going to think that you could beat them. They don't think nobody can beat them. So, she doesn't lack confidence at all, but it's just a matter of her doing what she wants to do. And you hear her say, I'll go down to 160, my natural weight, none of these other girls. And you told MVP that if they want to fight with Shadeja, then they got to make her, and I don't know how that's going to go if you're making demands like that. I don't know if that's going to work out. So, come on, we need to see that fight, though. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. And I think, you know what, in a crazy way, behind the hands, they scared of the money drying up after the loss. I agree with that. And I think that's why, in a strange way, it's good if Tio was to get a Ryan Garcia fight, because it'd be good to see him get a shot after a loss. So maybe people will start feeling like they can get opportunities even if they take a loss, right? Maybe guys would be more willing to take chances. You know what I'm saying? If they know opportunities will still be available for them, if that makes sense, rather than having to feel like, man, as soon as I lose, it's over. Like, because let's be honest, there's a lot of fighters that probably feel that way. You know what I'm saying? If I lose, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. So it's kind of weak. Clarissa versus Deja, Alycia versus Caroline, O'Shea Jones versus Michaela Mayer. Missing one more fight. Yeah. Those all good right there. Now Shadeja up there. She had 68. See, that's the thing though. Is Alycia too good to be a co-main to Clarissa? I don't think so. Has she ever not been a main event before? Yes. Has she ever been, on the undercard before? Yes. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think as long as your check is the same, you know what I'm saying? As long as that bag is the same, I don't think it would matter. I think it's an actually great idea because she can say what she wants. She ain't above Clarissa. So, you know what I'm saying? And Clarissa showed you that she could. Didn't she damn near sell out in Detroit or sold out? Did she have a sellout? So you get me? She could sell tickets. So I don't think it's a bad idea to put them all in the same car, right? Like I get what you're saying, but I don't want to look at it like she dictating. It is a obstacle or a barrier, so to speak, kind of like she putting in the way. But I feel like it's a good idea. I ain't gonna lie. So that's a good idea. So look, the GOAT is the GOAT. It's gonna be unfortunate to see her pass 68 to go to 60 for Lauren Price. Somebody that I don't think nobody in the world is gonna give her a shot at beating Clarissa. We just not, yo. She can't beat her. She can't beat you. I'm saying she ain't gonna beat you. Gotta have a it factor, something that separates you from Clarissa to give yourself any even kind of chance. It's like Savannah. Savannah has really good power, right? Where it makes things interesting as well as boxing skill. The same thing with Shadeja. With Lauren Price, she just can box. And I don't mean no disrespect. She don't have no kill shots. She don't have no crazy power. You coming to her after being all the way up at heavyweight, you're going to beat her ass too. Just being real. So hopefully she pulls the trigger on the right fight, man, and we get to see it, bro. Hope so. Because it'd be dope. You know what I mean? It'd be dope. T.O.B. Ryan when they unify with him. T.O. got to prove that he wasn't to get in there with Haney, dog. T.O. be acting crazy when it come to Dev Haney, man. He don't act right. He be acting real diffy when it come to Dev Haney. But it is some talks about him and Ryan for July 25th. So let's see if it happens, if it comes to fruition or not. I think Ryan is a tough fight for him. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's a risky fight for his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. Say he acting out bad act when it comes to Rolly. Yeah, that shit is strange too, man. It's a little annoying too. Strange activity. Them dudes is a little weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Keyshawn and Abdullah fights got dropped today. Yeah, Keyshawn fight was out like last week. Keyshawn Abdullah fight. I knew he was fighting Cordina, but they just dropped the date July 4th. And what else? July 4th and what else, man? Yeah, it's just July 4th for Joe Cordina and Abdullah Mason. This is getting weird by the day. Yeah, it is, bro. TLB's Ryan, he ain't fighting none of you ever again. Nah, I'm telling you, he ain't. Dad wouldn't even take 50-50 split. Yeah, he said something about what was he saying, bro? I don't want to like misquote him. He said something about them not being able to trust them to do right with the finances or something like that. And oh yeah, they wanted them to accept no guarantee. That's what he was saying. He was complaining about the guarantee or lack thereof of a guarantee. And look, I can't knock him for that. Ultimately, it sounds like the business not making sense for him to get in the ring with Rolly. But that's unfortunate because how the hell we gonna see the fight then? We can't see the fight. How the hell we gonna see the fight between them two? You get me? His fans will argue you down about it, but they're just sensitive idiots. The fact of the matter is, all this DHP, all this boss flex shit is not putting them in position to make fights, and people gonna keep having to make dumbass arguments about the business of boxing, blackballing them and all this weird shit. Like, I'm not trying to hear it, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But we're gonna get to him a little later too, man. But something I want to talk about before I get to that video that my guy Rich sent me from Tito Mercado, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, they weird, bro. They weird, man. I'm telling you, Bomb Squad forever. Shout out to all day, every day. You already know, man. Shout out to Wilder, man. But yeah, man, they weird. But let's get to this before we get back to that. Let's pit stop, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to get a solid fight, or he's on the bench till September. I'm telling you. They don't secure a Rolly fight. I don't think, or one of the unifications. I think he gonna be on the sideline till he do. Because again, you got to think, if he can't get the money that he's looking for in the unification, then anything less than that is going to be, I think it's reasonable to say he's going to have a tough time getting the money. So the HP ain't putting up no money for him. He's sitting around for offers to get sent to him. And as a result, now, like bro said, if he don't find a solid fight, he's going to be on the bench till September. And hopefully then he could go make a deal with him and Ryan. You know what I'm saying? You say, what's up with Shakur and Champ side beefing? Mag 7. Now, I don't know. You know, I don't be knowing. I don't be catching everything, bro. But I'll say this, man. If I seen his thumbnail to his live stream, and I seen that he had a tweet from Shakur had in 2020 talking about he going up to 47. He'll go up to 47 and fight the champions and all that stuff. And then he showed a tweet, recently with him saying, like, these dudes want me to fight at 35, 40, and 47. But that's true. He ain't saying nothing wrong. And just because you said some shit 6 years ago don't mean you got to do it now. He never put an exact date on when he was going to do it. That's the problem. So, look, respect to everybody that do content, but people be making something out of nothing. That's like me getting up here, right, making a whole live stream. I mean, I could do it and talk about how Devin Haney said he ain't fighting that weight classes no more. But then soon as Shakur say something about a catch weight, y'all want to act like it's foreign, as if y'all didn't just fight Jose Ramirez at a catch weight. The fact of the matter is, Devin Haney is not going to fight Shakur Stevenson ever in a professional boxing ring unless he feels like he has advantages that make him comfortable. The only way that fight can happen, he got to come up to 47 or something like that. He'll never meet him in the middle. He's not going to meet him halfway. It's not going to be none of that. He's not going to compromise. None of that. He's not going to meet him, you know what I mean? Like, come in the middle. It's none of that's going to happen. He's just going to be suggesting that was one of the biggest fights in boxing, but he ain't willing to do nothing to make it. It got to get made to him. So that's what people do. That's all. So I don't know if that maybe that pissed Shakur off, because I ain't going to lie. People be making something out of nothing. Pulling up a tweet from 6 years ago, like, bro, you know how much shit people said years ago? Do that mean they have to do it? Like, you get me? Like, you could say anything. You get me? But what I respect, Shakur made it clear. I'm not going up to 47 right now. I'll fight dudes at 144, right? I mean, the catch weight or whatever, they don't want to do it. Cool. Fighters at 135 and 140 get their issue. The problem is, it shouldn't be a big deal that he don't want to go to 47 right now. The same way if Ryan Garcia said he'd come to 40. Is anybody complaining about him not going to 40 to fight Shakur? Is anybody complaining about him not going to 144 after he said he'd make a whole weight class? So that's all it is. Sometimes certain shit just stand out to certain people. And I guess people feel like they holding Shakur accountable by bringing up a tweet where he said something and now he's not willing to do it. So I guess they feel like they got some. That should be weak to me, because it's like, it's not a big deal. All right, he said it. He not going there. So what we going to do? Be mad at him for it? So Nah, fans are acting crazy because they are telling them to move right up to 147 right now. They are, after having only one fight at 140. They are saying just move right up. So yeah, they do got that's one of the only fighters that they want to see compete from 135, 140, and 147. What he's saying is right. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say a while back that he's a 54 pounder. So, you know what I mean? You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make it up. Cannot make this shit up. Kurt, my dog, was good with it. Yeah, you got to get somebody else from Morel. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, Miss Didi, but nah, man. That's more business related, man. Clarissa Shields ain't ducking no competition. You know what I mean? Think about it. She the most accomplished fighter. It's definitely in women's boxing, but she's far more accomplished than even a lot of the men. You get what I'm saying? I don't think she's never ducked competition. I think it's just some confusion as to how she's gonna go about making a fight that we all want to see. I think a lot of us want to see with Shadeja, but I think it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm positive. I'm optimistic that it can happen because I know she believes in herself. You know what I'm saying? Like Captain J ain't got nothing on me. Oh yeah, you know this goes without saying. This goes without saying. Shout out to my dog because I told all of y'all before. I brought this up before. I'm only bringing it up again now because obviously people got the date. So when y'all see the date, y'all know it's real. May 30th. But I already told y'all this. Told y'all my guy behind the hands already spoke directly to the source. He was with the fighters over this past weekend, kicking it with them. But he knew this, some weeks ago? Month ago? You know what I'm saying? Almost a month ago? Almost at least 3 weeks. 3 weeks is some change. Almost a month. You know what I'm saying? He knew this. So he told me that Ray Ford and, he told me at the time when Ray Ford signed the contract and then Shock didn't sign at the time. And then when Shock did sign, he let me know that they signed. And this would be happening in Houston. So this is for May 30th. This is why I told everybody to reserve y'all judgment on calling either of these two fighters a duck. I told y'all, even with Shock not signing as soon as Ray Ford, he probably was trying to weigh his options, make sure that's the best available option that he got, and then he took it, right? That's probably what he did. Probably took his time as he should, right? Make sure the business makes sense for him, and then he go make a fight. But people was quick to try to make one of the two out to be a duck. And again, I bring this up because another teachable moment where they was trying to make Raymond Ford, who ain't never shied away from a challenge. Oshaquie Foster, another one who ain't shied away from a challenge. Why would you look at either one of those dudes and be like, man, he ducking? Now, the only thing I will say is that for a while, Shock was kind of giving Ford the cold shoulder, how Shakur was giving the Shock, right? Shock was pressing the button as he called it with Shakur. He wanted to fight him. Ford wanted to fight Shock. You know what I mean? And then Shock changed it, turned his attention, and now we got a real fight. So all of that shit don't even matter. May 30th, we got to fight Houston. I can't wait to see it. You got Jersey in the building, man. Ray Savage, Ray Ford against Oshaquie Foster, man. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a chess match. May the best man win. Man, this is a fight, man. Shock is a hell of a boxer, man. Long reach, high IQ. You know what I mean? He can box, could take a shot too, man. I think he got underrated power. He can fight in there. Ain't no little dude neither. Ray Ford, another one. Ain't no little guy. You know what I'm saying? He can box. Got good skill. You know what I mean? Pedigree and things like that. I think it's a good style matchup. Good chess match for both of these guys, man. But Ray Ford, I could say already, you know what I mean, being a shorter, smaller fighter, he gonna have his work cut out for him, trying to close the gap and cut the distance against Shock. You know what I mean? That's where the fight can be won or lost, depending on what range that the fight is consistently fought at. You know what I'm saying? There's no secret that, who's the taller, longer fighter. And there's no secret that the shorter guy is going to have to close the gap, get in close to get his shots off. And Oshaquie Foster is going to make you pay the toll. But you know what I'm saying? Crossing the bridge. So it's going to be a good fight, man. It's a pick 'em fight. I can see, why people would pick either guy to win. You know what I mean? But Shock, man, I think he impressed people a great deal in his last fight against Cool Boy. So I know people being prisoners of the moment, they feeling high on him, man. They feeling high on Shock Foster right now, and for good reason, man. He went out there. You ain't never seen nobody box Cool Boy down like he did it convincingly every single round. Like he just couldn't get in range. It was just one of the most dominant performances from Shock Foster, and arguably the best opponent to date. So he's shown you when he step up, he still can perform at a high level, and that's what he was able to do. So it was some talk whether he's gonna stick around at 35 and try to pursue a fight with Shakur, but we all know Shakur went to fight T.O., and he just didn't seem too interested in fighting Shock. And on top of that, you know what I mean, obviously bigger fights on the horizon for him. But then Shock, like a real one, which I respect, he changed his attention to the what do you call him? The son, as he's calling him, Shakur's son or whatever, but I call him Ray Ford, and we got us a good fight. These two guys are as confident as you'll see any two fighters. You got to show them. Shock is a guy that you got to show him you can beat him. He don't care what you talking about, and Ray Ford is cut from the same type of cloth. He don't care about none of that shit you talking about. Show him you can beat him. If you can beat him, beat him. And that's why this fight is so good. You got two guys that I think, you know, a little bit of backstory, right? Ford been adamant about this fight, and he did sign for it ASAP, but Shock ain't disappointed. He signed to it. Don't matter to me who signed first. Just matter to me that we got to fight. And I want to see this. I want to see this one, man. It's going to be a battle of the minds, a chess match. Is it going to be Raymond Ford getting in and getting his shots off against Shock Foster, or is it going to be Shock keeping Ray Ford at the end of his jab and at range, keeping him at bay and at distance, how he was doing Cool Boy, and have him at the mercy at the end of his punches all night? So we're going to see. Technique said, bet the house on Foster. They said, bet the house. Finally, this is the fight I wanted to see. There you go. Foster had last name Foster. Huh? You popped up, huh? You related to Shock. That's your kinfolk. Shout out to you, fan. But yeah, we got it. Sometimes we just got to be patient, and you got to allow the business to do what it do, right? You got to allow people to negotiate, have their conversations, and make sure everything is right for them before they step in the ring. And that's how I always seen this. When I heard that Ray Ford signed first and Shock was waiting, you know, caught you for a second like, damn, why he ain't signing yet, man? But then I start thinking, I'm like, man, Shock in a position where he could potentially have other opportunities too if they're available. So it would make sense why he's trying to weigh his options, because not too long ago, he was just thinking about sticking around at 35. So I get it. I always reserve judgment. Made sure I didn't call this dude no duck, because he ain't one. And he probably made sure he made the best deal for himself and the best fight available. That was out there. And it's this one. So I rock with it, man. I rock with it, man. Shout out to Shock Foster, man. Barney Bell says this 140 pound. Nah, this gonna be this 30. This should be 30. Ain't it? This 30. Because they went back down. I mean, well, Shock went back down to defend his belt down there. So this should be at 30. To my knowledge. 30 pounder, but we got a good one, man. Yeah, two guys that want to fight each other. So no, now we can stop with all this duck talk. I told people this shit don't be about, shout out to Drake. This don't be about no ducking. It be about business, bro. You know what I'm saying? It be about business. You know, if Shock calling out a guy like Shakur, he shouldn't be scared of a guy like Ray Ford. That's not a slight to Ray Ford, but you get what I'm saying? It's just not about being scared. Now, I understand how Ray Ford would feel as the fighter, like, you know, where a guy dragging his feet a little bit, but ultimately, you signing a contract. I mean, I know Ray Ford probably feel like he ain't got no other option, though. You know what I'm saying? But you always do. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is the best available option for Shock, and he took it. And I think he want to shut some people up. And Ray Ford being the number one person, and anybody else that doubt him. We know Shock Foster is a guy that could fight. He fight with a chip on his shoulder, and he gonna go out there and box your ass down. You better not overlook him. You can't sleep on him, and he ain't no guaranteed win for nobody. You know what I mean? Be scared of Ford? None. Nah, he don't got no reason to be scared of nobody though. Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. What's good with it? Now a lot of these dudes, they don't have no reason to be scared because they box for a living. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got knockout power, so like, you know what I mean? There's no reason for nobody to be scared. But what I do think guys are cautious of losing their position where they at in boxing with a loss, with the wrong kind of loss. So I think guys are selective at times with which opportunities they select or pursue. And I think a lot of that is centered around the business and how it goes for you after you lose. Things could drastically change for you for the worse with the wrong kind of a loss. And I think a lot of these younger fighters, especially ones that are putting themselves in fairly good position, they're aware of that. They're cautious of it. They're aware of it, and they don't want to make those kind of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. And if you're a fighter, you don't ever want to put yourself in a position where you lose because you didn't do something right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OG Bruce, guys. How you feeling? Miss Lomo, you always had a big draw. Lomo spent too much time in the amateurs, bro. That's what caused him the biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? I think he spent the most time being in the amateurs, bro. Spent too much time there. I was just looking at a post today, man. They consider Lomachenko the best amateur ever in the history. Loma. Shaka's a champion. Is way more caution in making fights with a belt than without, mainly financial. And that's a fact. And that's a fact, bro. See what I'm saying? That's why that's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? It don't be having shit to do about being scared. It's business, man. I'm telling you, when world titles is involved, assume more money is involved than those regular fights. And it's going to be a lot of caution, and it's going to be a lot of T's to get crossed and I's to get dotted, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's business got to make sense. You hear it all the time, man, and you see it. And this is a prime example. It took a little while, then boom, you get an announcement because it seemed like Shaq got whatever he asked for, and so did Ray Ford. Now look, we got two good fighters, arguably in their primes, about to go out there and give us a show. He's a truck Simpson. So he's not going to sleep because he waiting for the check to clear. Who waiting for the check to clear? Got Ray winning, but I ain't blind. This is about to be a tough. Either way, yeah, it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? I can see it right off the bat because of what Shaq gonna be on. He gonna try to make Ray Ford earn it. Shaq ain't the kind of guy that gives things up. He makes you box. Like, you're gonna have to be smart. We seen that in his last outing. It's gonna be the same for Ford. But Ray Ford is a hungry guy. He confident as hell. He can box, bro. He can box. But he's going to have his work cut out. I think they both will. Respectfully, this is a 50-50 fight, and I'm rocking with the winner and the loser. Don't even matter. This is the kind of fights we need to see, man, where guys got something to lose, putting it on the line, where fights where either guy can win, even if you got a favorite and you lean to one guy or the other. That's cool, but it's still not it's not a mismatch on paper at all. It should, you know what I mean? This is a respectable outing for both. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to fight, and it should be all good. On spar last month, I know I got shout out to Ryan Hands. Don being a member for 29 months, man. Shout out to my brethren, man, on his way to 3 years out here, man. What's good with it, Don? Yeah, I already know behind hands. I know. I'm kind of like, you know, on the fence a bit, you know. I'll just try to be as fair as possible on both sides. Like, I see a method of victory, but I think if I had to pick just based on what I see from both fighters, I think Ray Ford got a tougher challenge because of the range that he going to need the fight to be at for him to get his shit off, being a, you know, smaller, shorter fighter with the shorter reach. You know what I'm saying? But with the right moves, IQ, and things like that, he can cut the gap. But it's not going to be easy because Shaq is a smart boxer, and he'll make you pay that toll. Like I said, Joseph, what up? He'll make you pay that toll. You know what I'm saying? It may pay your fare. You get me? Pay your fare. He's going to make you pay your fare. So I can't wait to see it, though, man. May 30th, man. I think boxing been delivering this year, man. We got a real good year. We got a real good year, man. We having a real good year, and it ain't over. Yo, I gotta chill. Said Ray don't throw combination will be uphill battle all night. Yeah. You don't have to punch in combinations. One or two punches ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? Shot, smart, disciplined. He rangy, and he know how to fight at a distance and keep you at the end of his punches. You know what I'm saying? Good at controlling his distance and range. So that's the area that I'm my guy Ray Savage gonna want to work on. You know, just to be prepared. But I give both guys a real chance to be able to win. I think it's one of them fights. And the game plan and approach is gonna matter. Game planning and approach is definitely gonna matter for this one. And of course, you got to execute. You know, shout out. So let's see it, man. I'm here for this one, man. I'm here for this one. Glad we got it. So we got this one announced. You got Cordina Abdullah Mason, July 4th. You got Keyshawn. What is that? What did it say? Is that May 16th? I think it was Keyshawn and Albright again. So we got action, man. We got good fights, y'all. Can't unsee the leaks. Yeah, I know. I was watching the one of them videos, from earlier, and I was seeing, I'm like, that can't be the case come fight night. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Barney. Said, do you ever call boxing fights like Showbiz? Yeah, shout out to Showbiz. I called the fights this weekend. I ain't called the fights yesterday, but I called the Wilder fights. And yeah, I'll be calling the fights for sure. Shout out to Showbiz, man. I seen him over there. Who's fight this weekend? Big Netflix blockbuster. We getting good fights, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta sit there and be patient. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta sit there and be patient. We gonna get them. But look, man, let's keep rolling. So look, May 30th here. It's gonna be here fast. March, April, May. We in April. Yeah, this May. That's next month. See what I'm saying? Like, this shit all happening fast, man. We got action, bro. We got good fights. We got Shadeja fighting the 17th. Come on, man. We got some fights. You know what I'm saying? We got Keith Cologne fighting what is this? The 10th? Is that this weekend? Keith Cologne fighting on the 10th. We got some good action, man. Got some good action. Yeah, I'm a play it, Boxing Build. That's what my guy Rich sent me. He wanted me to react to it. I got him. I already had it to react to it anyway. But I'm gonna show y'all how to react to a video when somebody talking about a fighter that you rock with without being biased or being weird about it. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna pull that up in a second. But yeah, Ray got to bring Ron Sims with him. I'm telling you, bring that cheat code, that X factor behind the hands, that X factor. And real quick, over this weekend, we had Zuffa boxing too, and Robert Merriweather did lose yesterday. What was yesterday on Zuffa boxing? Look, he got a world of talent. He got a good corner. They was telling him all the right things. Sometimes you just in over your head, or maybe you take a jump too far. Maybe that was a jump up too high. I don't know. But you know what? I was listening to. I'm glad I didn't call the fights because I was able to listen to the telecast and hear the things that Andre Ward was saying, because I was thinking the same thing. That fight was lost because of poor execution. I think it wasn't lost because of skill. It was poor execution and a lack of will, and like he just didn't fight with no umph, really. Like his dad was telling him, I think that's his dad's trainer was definitely telling him, like, he need a knockout, he need these rounds, and he'll just come out there and stand right in front of his guy, you know what I mean, head on the line. I just didn't like it, bro. That's why I appreciate fighters that are defensively sound, bro. You can't just think offense, because you gotta have a game plan. You gotta have an answer when a guy can outwork you. You gotta be able to find a way to be able to slow down somebody's work rate, whether that's with defense making a miss or your own offense. And he wasn't able to do either. He was standing right in front of him, and it was pissing me off. Shout out to Robert Merriweather. Look, losses happen. You young, you gonna bounce back for sure. But man, you stood right in front of your guy. Like, what did you think? No leg. You wasn't using your legs. Your head was on the line way too much. You was standing right in front of you. Dude was popping you with jabs. It wasn't your night. It's something like what your dad, I think it was your dad in the corner. He was like, yo, it's not your night. He was telling you what it is. You need a knockout. You need these rounds, bro. You need these rounds. You need to do something different. And he just didn't respond. So maybe it was a jump up too much in competition. I don't know. But the guy he was fighting was undefeated, but had 2 draws, but had a lot of experience, and he just outworked him. He had an answer, bro. He had an answer. But whatever Robbie Merriweather tried to do, and he outgunned him. He outworked him, and he had a lot more will. Like he outwilled him, like Andre Ward was saying. Max Kellerman. I hate when non-boxers argue with the boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre Ward said this was a matter of will as to why dude was losing, and Max was trying to say it was skill. I don't think so. Looking at the fight, it's not nothing that damn. And pardon me, what's dude name, man? My bad, y'all. Let me pull his name up. I didn't remember dude name. What was buddy name that he fought? Who was that? What was dude name that he fought? The opponent. He was a junior, his last name. He was like a junior or something. Is that him? There you go. Hold on. He was like a junior, something junior. Let me pull his name up. I hate the fact that I don't know the kid's name. And he not the biggest of punchers. He 10-1 with 4 KOs. He fought Tony Hirsch Jr. Yeah, Tony Hirsch. Tony Hirsch was on his ass. Tony Hirsch was on his ass. Shout out to my homie Don, man. Appreciate the love. And Blunt Sports being a member. Shout out to the homie Blunt Sports. What's good, homie? What's good with you, man? Shout out to all the channel members. If you new, get you a membership. Rock out with your boy. Hit that like button. Support the grind. And we gonna build. We got more to get to. But look, yeah, man, let me take this down. Robert Merriweather was he was outgunned, bro, and he didn't have an answer. He didn't have an answer. He didn't make the necessary adjustment, and it just seemed like he was lacking it. Like reaction time was off. Like he was just slow to get out of the way, to respond. But dude, like I said, was mixing up his attacks well. Tony Hirsch was on his ass, man, and he really let his hands fly. He really was letting his hands fly. So he outworked him for sure. And he had more will. He outworked him. You know what I'm saying? And in some areas, you could say outskilled him. But for the most part, it wasn't a skill deficit, in my opinion, as to why Merriweather lost. It was the strategy that he was employing. And again, defensively, what was he doing? You were standing right in front of your guy. No lateral movement, no changing levels, no, changing looks and using the ring at all, like no ring generalship. You was just like right in front of your man, and he was just ripping combinations, and it always touched something. So he did a hell of a job. Did a hell of a job on Merriweather, bro. Talib, what's good, homie? How you feeling? So man, it was tough, but I mean, look, Youngin could bounce back. He definitely could bounce back. He young as hell. 10-1 with 4 KOs. He just was right in front of him, just standing there, like, and he wasn't being physical. And that's why I like my guy Ant McQueen when he be talking about them posts and framing guys and controlling dudes, positioning in the inside. He wasn't doing that. You can't just be in front of a guy with a high guard up. You get me? Like, you had to have more of a game plan defensively. Like you had answers for him offensively, and you answered the call a number of different times in that fight. But overall, you was just getting outworked. And I think he needed a way to kind of slow the pace down a bit. Just slow down. You know what I'm saying? What Tony Hirsch was doing, he was working him over, bro. He was just constantly getting shots in, body shots, jabs, combinations. He was getting hit clean shots, head on the line, just trying to sit behind the gloves and the high guard. Just defensively, I thought it was a poor job, man, overall. Too much standing in front of his man. But I know he'll be back, man. And even in the corner when his trainer was talking to him, he looked checked out mentally. He looked like he wasn't there. He wasn't really responding. He was telling him stuff, and he was just sitting there looking. He just had this look like, I don't know if he was in his own head or what, but I know Merriweather could be better than what he showed. But I know at the same token, he was in there with a live dog, a real guy, and Tony Hirsch, you know what I'm saying, Jr. So, and I know you see the record, dude had 2 draws, but he's still an undefeated fighter. He was 6-0-2, and Merriweather was 10-0 with 4 KOs, and now he's 10-1, and Tony Hirsch Jr. went to 7-0-2. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good fight, man. But need to get to posting, man. I'm telling you, gotta be more physical on that inside, bro. Stop letting guys. You gotta be able to slow a guy output down. Gotta find a way. If you can't make him miss, you gotta find a way. Whether you tie him up or I don't know, but he needed answers that he couldn't muster up. Fight night. Big shout out to my homie Blunt, man. I love Floyd, but seem to say his fight with Pac-Man was not a pro fight. Exhibition, yeah, Floyd tripping. So Hirsch fought his ass off. But my guy, y'all already know, man, my guy Brian Ann's TV put me up on Troy Nash. I've been telling y'all about him for a little bit too. He another one, man. His performance was great. He got a great performance. The kid is 20 years old. He definitely taking challenges that people won't take that early in his career, and he do it consistently. He had a really good performance to me. I seen the critique that they had for him saying maybe can he pick it up and get into his rhythm a bit faster. So maybe, you know, down the stretch of an 8-rounder or something, you could possibly get your man out of there. And I get that, but 20 years old, man, he had a game plan. He executed. He stayed behind the jab, and he just picked his shots the whole night. He stayed smart. He got hit here or there, but he always had an answer. He always responded well. I think he did a really good job controlling the fight for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I think he did a really good job controlling the fight. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, he won. You know what I'm saying? Good jab, nice 1-2, good stabs to the body. He was very consistent with the body work, the stabbing to the body, behind the jab, his 1-2-1. He was working, yo. Troy Nash, and he gradually picked it up as the rounds progressed. You know what I mean? And later in the fight, like the last 2 rounds, he probably landed, fight highs and punches landed in the last 2 rounds, I believe. Troy Nash did. So he gradually, picked it up, and he pieced Buddy up. He pieced Buddy ass up, man. It was a good fight. He's really strong. They don't swim. They don't do 1,000 push-ups a day. Oh, yeah, I think more cardio and shit like that, and calisthenics and shit to just, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys be they seem like they uncomfortable and close, bro. Like in the inside, it's where all they do is tie up and wait for the referee to break them, look for the ref. Very rarely do guys be in their position and fight, jockeying for position and trying to work with the free hand or just working in the inside. Guys just don't be wanting to do it. I mean, they be seeming uncomfortable. So they'll just tie up and shit like that and wait for the ref to separate them and reset, do it all over again type shit. It's crazy, but that's how they be carrying it. It's wild. But Troy Nash had a complete performance, in my opinion. Like I said, he had a good opponent too, and he always challenges himself. And he just gradually picked it up. You know what I'm saying? And picked his shot, took his time, got the win. That was good. It was good to see, though, man. That was a good fight to see, man. And on to the next for Troy Nash, man. I think he a little wise beyond his years, I believe, and I think a lot of that is because of the experience, man. The experience and him testing himself. Like I said, he doing shit. He's willing to do shit that not everybody's willing to do in terms of who he's challenging, right? Manuel Chan signed the Top Rank. Yeah, I believe Manuel Chan's got a fight coming up. I got to double check. Yeah, Troy Nash fought an 8-1 Brian Rodriguez, or was he 8-0 at the time? He might be 8-1 now, but I think he might have been undefeated, was he? Let me see. But yeah, Chance signed the Top Rank. Oh, no, he was 8-1 at the time. Okay, yeah, but this dude was tough, Brian Rodriguez, man. And he was on, Troy was on his ass, though. He had the better work, cleaner work. He had the better game plan, mixed it up well, went to the body. Just a good showing from the young Troy Nash. Keep an eye on him, y'all. Keep an eye on him. Let me get to this video, man, that y'all was sending me with Tito Mercado that I told y'all I'd be on this stuff anyway. I like Tito, man. He always on core helmet, man. He been talking about that fight for some time now, a couple years now, I think, or more. The thing is, though, with Tito Mercado leaving Matchroom, maybe he could reposition himself to try to get different fights, you know. I would like to interview and talk to him and see like what led to his departure from Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? Probably was the lack of focus, though. You know, probably was the lack of focus, him not being the main you know, and one of the main attractions, man. And then it's kind of hard to jock for position sometimes when it's a bunch of other guys that's already there before you in position that's making more noise. Just naturally you become like a bit of an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder if that was like similar to the situation that happened with him, because he obviously felt the need that he had to get away for a reason, and he seemed like he was positive about it, just trying to get opportunities. There's no reason where he should be on the sideline. Tito Mercado need to be active because he seemed like a kid that's willing to fight. Unlike a lot of people, like how Ryan was doing all that chirping and jawing about fighting Shakur, I really always question how serious he was. But Tito, I feel like if he had the opportunity, I feel like he'd fight him. And that's why I like it. Shout out to my homie Creole the Travel. It was good, homie.
Knockout sensation Tito Mercado, 18-0 with 17 knockouts, 94% knockout ratio. Thank you for
Turkey's guy. Yeah, that's a good fight. I don't think it's a lack of power though. Just think some guys just don't got that you know. Well, I think they can punch to a degree, right? But it's just not knockout.
joining us. How are you, champ?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain about yourself.
I'm good. I'm great, man. It looks like you're having some good weather back there.
Yeah. Not too cold, not too hot.
Oh. Okay. You ready, man? Now, I was in Las Vegas with you. You got into some altercations with some people. Frank Martin, the Ghost. You were all over the place. You were trying to, spark up a fight, get people interested, and a lot of people are interested in you because you're fan friendly. You knock these guys out. You put seats, fans in the seats. So at 140 pounds, you have so many great champions. You have Dalton Smith, who just recently won the WBC. You have Gary Antoine Russell, who's won the WBA. IBF champion Richardson Hitchens, and Shakur Stevenson, the WBO champion. Out of those champions, who would you like to face the most?
For sure, Shakur Stevenson, man. I think I've been talking about his name since I turned pro. So I think for sure he'll be one of the top guys. But ultimately, man, whoever gives me the opportunity first is, I wouldn't care in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of fighter that I'll fight anybody. But if you had to give me my choice, for sure, it'd be Shakur.
Well, that's a bold statement because a lot of people don't want to face Shakur Stevenson after what he did to Teofimo Lopez. It was a lopsided win. A lot of people thought it was going to be a lot closer. Did you feel it was going to be closer than that?
I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive.
That's why
I knew
ultimately
Tito was going to lose the fight just because based on, the style Shakur brings to the table. We obviously seen that Tio's has hard times with guys like Jermaine Ortiz, who moves a little bit, and that's not even close to Shakur, right? And you got Sandor Martin, who also makes Teofimo look bad. So I kind of figured that was going to happen. I thought he was going to put up a little bit more of a fight, but, like I said, man, I knew he was going to win regardless.
What could have Tio done better? Like, what advice would you have given him to help him get a little bit closer and be competitive in that fight against Shakur?
So at that point, man, nothing, man. I think he was better off not showing up fight night shit.
Damn, Tito said he was better off just not showing up.
Oh man.
So 10 minutes pops not showing up fight night. I think that would have been better.
So if he had another trainer, because a lot of people criticize his father for the direction of advice that he was giving him in the corner. You gotta go for what's happening. He wasn't giving him instructions. What were some of the instructions that he should have had? Just you looking on the outside.
I just think, man. Obviously, man, I really can't say because it looked like they didn't even have a game plan going into it. It looked like Tio didn't really want to be there, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, this is what Tio should have done. I really didn't see him there. I think he was just there ultimately, man, for the money. Respectfully, I don't really think he was there. I don't think that the dad was really there for a game plan. I don't think that was really in the fight. So it's kind of hard to say what he would have done because I don't really know what he would have done at this 100%. He didn't look 100%, and if he was, obviously Shakur made him look bad, right? But I don't think he was really there to win the fight. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So I just think Tio oftentimes be winning off athleticism and a lack of game plan and just winning off sheer talent. And I think in this particular fight, his dad already not being the best of trainers, in my opinion, and going through what his dad going through, I don't think he could have had, it's a chance he couldn't have had the best camp ever. And the lack of instruction ultimately could have played a factor as well. So just some contributing factors that led to this fight just going horribly wrong for Team Lopez.
Just do a little dance real quick and do all the little shit talking in the press conference. Other than the Jabberwocky dance he did, other than that, man, he did a F- performance.
Wow. So you felt that was the best part of the fight?
Yeah, had me jumping up. I was over there pop blocking too.
That's crazy. But Teofimo, I mean, if he would have let his hands go more, you know, he was feinting, he was flinching, trying to get inside, but I think he had to try to make it like a rough and tough fight, right? If he would have been, you know, you have to be awkward, and you have to, you know, Shakur is so precise, and that defense is there. You have to be unpredictable, maybe, right?
Yeah, you gotta be a little unpredictable, man. You gotta kind of show him something that he's never seen, but. And then again, bro, Shakur fights everybody that he damn near spars. So Shakur already kind of got a little gauge and kind of already know what Teofimo's about. And I think that's why every time I call his ass out, he don't want to say nothing because he never sparred me. So once he gets in the ring with me, he's gonna see a lot of surprises. You know, Shakur is the type of fighter that he likes to spar you to get a gauge, and if you do okay, he don't really want to fight with you. I think maybe that's why he don't. I mean, I can't say that, but that's why him and Keyshawn kind of hesitant. They probably go back and forth, but with me, man, he don't want to say my name because he knows, bro. I'm not gonna spar with his ass. I want to fight him, and I know he's gonna feel a lot of surprises come that night.
And shout out to Tito, bro. He's saying everything he's supposed to say. He's always been confident. I got to interview him before on here, and he's always talked this way. You gotta appreciate it until proven otherwise. I don't have a problem with it. Somebody gotta show me that he ain't willing to fight you, and he's been calling for those guys. But I think it's just a lack of the opportunities and making sure he has the right kind of push behind him. Because he was over there with Matchroom, and you thought Eddie would be pushing him and things like that, but he's been adamant about fighting the top names. And as he stated, Shakur is just one of them guys that he feel like he want to fight. He say he feel like he fight guys that he spar. Look, fighters have sparred each other and have actually fought in a real fight way before Shakur Stevenson ever was around or in boxing. So it's not nothing he created. It's nothing new. Dudes spar guys all the time and end up fighting. But guys are selective in when they decide to highlight that or point it out. You get what I'm saying? Sparred Tio years ago. They was little young as hell and they only went a couple rounds. I just think he knew what Tio was. He did his homework and he beat him. It just is what it is. Ain't no real rhyme or reason. I seriously doubt that the sparring that they did had anything to do with how well Shakur looked in the fight. He just did his homework. Shakur, and Tio is Tio. The mistakes Tio made was always going to put him in a bad position against Shakur. So, I think, he's fought certain guys that he sparred, but there's what do you got to say about all the other guys that he never sparred and he fought? So it's like, he ain't doing nothing different than what other fighters do. Some fighters end up fighting guys that they spar with. You get what I'm saying? Tank sparred Frank Martin. He ended up fighting. Do people get mad at it? No, it's not a big deal because sparring is sparring. That's where you learn it. That don't mean you can beat a guy in an actual fight. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes that had success in sparring and then end up getting into the real fight and losing, right? Based off them having confidence off a sparring session. So what makes Shakur different? That's because he's actually better than these guys. It's not just sparring alone. He's just a better talent. And the way that fight played out with him and Tio, we was able to see that. Shout out to Tito, though.
When I think about your style versus Shakur Stevenson, a boxer, puncher, that's the classic style. That's what the fans are going to be, interested in seeing. How do you beat a Shakur Stevenson, being that he's undefeated? You're undefeated, but I don't want you to give me your whole game plan. But what are some of the things that gets people frustrated, boxers frustrated like that?
I think the easiest way to put it for you, bro, is I think just being me. I think a lot of people, when they fight Shakur, they want to do all this different shit to stop Shakur from doing what he wants to do. And ultimately, you give him what he wants. You hear me? You go back and forth, throwing one shot at a time, letting him do his little defense shit, just waiting back there. And once you get into that, man, that's his game. So I think ultimately just doing what I got to do, not going to fight his fight. Because I think that's what a lot of fighters do. And I think also, too, they just do good matchmaking with him. Obviously Teal's a great fighter, but he's a shorter guy, little ass arms. It's gonna be a lot harder when you got a guy that can box with you. That's a lot bigger, more. I think I have a 74-inch reach. So, bro, how the hell are you gonna you're not gonna just tag me up from the outside like that, like you think he's gonna do? So, it should be an interesting fight, man, if we ever get that down.
And if you do
it's crazy because he's fought guys with good reaches. It should still be the same. It should sound good. I like everything Tito's saying because he's supposed to say that, but I tell you what, it won't be the fight that he think it is, and that's with all due respect to him. And why I say this, because I've seen this every single time. You know how many times I've seen this at this point? I've seen so many people say this. Like, I've seen this, I heard this a lot, and that shit always be different. And they always, if they real, they always got to acknowledge, looking at it from the outside is one thing, but then being in front of it is something different. And you've heard Sean Porter say the same thing. He think that's where people get Shakur wrong. He like, they from the outside, it looks a certain way. You like, man, I could deal with that. Then you get in the ring, and you supposed to be a power puncher. Now all of a sudden you ain't a power puncher. You get in the ring, you supposed to be a boxer. Now all of a sudden you ain't boxing. Get what I'm saying? You get in the ring, you supposed to be fast with movement. Now all of a sudden you ain't fast with movement no more. Like, take it from the people that share the ring with him, and whether that's sparring or in the actual under the lights. They say he turned off your best attributes. So if your best attributes is power, you better believe he going to limit your opportunities of landing that power. And what is your plan B going to be like? Because one thing I know about Shakur, I'm not saying your plan A can't work, but more than likely you're going to have more than one game plan, because when plan A don't work, and 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work the way you want it to. You're going to have to resort to something else. That's the problem where guys run into. They be having a plan A, but after that, it's like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Let me go out here and let me just knock him out. Yeah, he's soft. He did. And then you go out there and you realize it's just not what you thought it was. So, and then by the time you realize that the fight, you 6 rounds in, and he up comfortably, pop shotting you and smiling at you, and ooh, and the eye in your face, like, got the crowd quiet and shit looking different. Your corner saying wild shit to you in the corner, and next thing you know, at the end of the fight, you find yourself apologizing for slavery. I'm telling you, man. Think about where you at mentally, where you apologize for something that you had nothing to do with. Just think about, I'm being really serious. Like, that's a real crash out. That means somebody beat sense out of you. Like, you just couldn't even come up with something solid to say to the people, bro. Like, you you couldn't even figure out what to say. Like, after he beat you, just like, bro, man, I'm sorry for slavery, y'all. I'm sorry for everything that happened to y'all. Like, bro, what? Bro started apologizing for shit that wasn't even wrong. Like, god damn, T.O. Only thing he was missing was y'all need reparations. I'm telling you, bro. It's kryptonite. T.O. got better reach than all Shakur opponents. He fought a couple guys that got a little bit of a reach. Tito do got some long ass arms, but kryptonite is a stretch. If you being honest, Boxing Bill, if you being honest with yourself, Tito Mercado, and respect to him, he's never been in front of anybody that's on the level of Shakur Stevenson, man. None of those guys that he fought is even remotely on that level at all. Like, I think we all know that, but who knows? I mean, let's see it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I like what everything Tito is saying. He's speaking like a real fighter, and I believe him. I think if you get the opportunity, he'll fight Shakur for sure. And that's all that mattered to me. I believe what he's saying.
Do you stop him? Do you knock him out? Or is he going to be, on the back foot trying to box? You think you can ultimately cut off the ring and get a stoppage, or it'll be a decision win?
I think I could for sure knock him out, man. I think I can knock anybody out. And a lot of people are like, oh, once you get to a certain level, you can. But if you got power, bro, if you with the right shots, you can knock anybody out. It really don't matter, bro. Like, it really don't matter. But I think I could definitely, maybe widen up that gap again, because I know he got it fixed up. I know for sure I'll widen that shit back up by the end of the fight night. I guarantee you that right there.
Shit.
Okay, so what's
talk about why the core gap back up? Okay, talking shit, then Tito. I ain't mad at it, but look, I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I hear somebody telling me the way you beating Shakur, and I'm not listening, I'm not saying that it can't happen. I want to be very clear. Anybody could get knocked out. Anybody, Shakur included. Anybody could, right? Anybody with the right shot. But for me, for my money, what I've seen. When your focus is the knockout, not saying it is, but that's what you started off with. Like, I can knock him out. Like, yeah, you could, because what he's saying is true. With the right punch, it don't matter. You can go. You know what I mean? All it takes is one shot. And Tito got real power in both hands. But I don't think he's more technically sound, more fundamentally sound. I don't think he's more defensively better. I don't see that. Offensively, it remains to be seen, because would you be able to get those shots off against Shakur? You got long arms, but that's not the end-all be-all. He controlled distance and range better than just about any boxer I watched today. and he do that shit consistently. That's why he's so hard to hit. So he'll find a way, yo, to neutralize the long arms and the power. I'm willing to bet you he will. It make this an interesting fight. But Tito is a tricky guy. He can box. You know what I mean? He's still getting his wins and getting his experience, but he's just never been in front of nobody like Shakur Stevenson. And if I had to ask y'all, this is something I think that would play the factor. On fight night, would Shakur Stevenson be the best fighter that Tito Mercado fought to date? Yes or no? And then on the other end, would Tito Mercado be the best fighter that Shakur fought to date? I think it'll be a little discrepancy there. So, you know what I mean? It'll be one guy taking a step up, and that's respect to Tito, but Shakur wouldn't be taking a step up with Tito. You get what I'm saying? He wouldn't be taking a step up. It'd be Tito that's taking a couple steps up, and he'll be probably a massive underdog, rightfully so, for that reason, for the lack of experience or recognizable opponents anywhere near Shakur Stevenson level. Fact, yes and no, you already know, Blunt. So look, I like what Tito was saying. He's supposed to feel like that, though. You got to believe that you can do what others think you can't do. So he's speaking like a fighter. That's why I always liked him. I like his energy. That's why I wanted to interview him. And I still want him back on here. And I'll ask him some of the same questions. I'll let him talk his shit because I'm not a sensitive boxer fan, right? I understand it's the fight business. You got to talk your shit, and you got to lobby for the fights that you want. He's been very adamant about wanting this fight. So, you know, look, hopefully it makes sense down the line and they can make it because I'll watch it. I like Tito and I like Core.
What's your final message to Shakur Stevenson?
Man.
Bro, you already know. I'm ranked number 6 in the WBO. I'm coming for you, boy. That's my message.
That's it. We a fight that we'd love to see. If you can't get the Shakur Stevenson fight, who else?
They say coming for Shakur, he number 6 in the WBO. Look, they both at 140. I wouldn't mind saying it. Core fighting at 35 and 40. I'm with it.
In the division, you have Dalton Smith, who's green. He just got the WBC. Went through a war with Sabril Matias, Gary Antoine Russell, and Richardson Hitchens with the IBF. Who would the pick out of those three be if you couldn't get the Shakur Stevenson fight?
For sure, Hitchens. I think because I just don't like the way he talks. I think he runs his mouth a little too much for a dude that's scary as fuck. He don't fight nobody. I mean, come on now. Now you're gonna tell me he had what's it call it? He had the runs and stuff like that a couple hours before. I don't know what it was that he allegedly said he had, but I mean, come on now, bro. You don't want to fight nobody, but you cool going over there showing up on fight night with Cambosos though. So it's like, come on now. But for sure, him, man. But really, the fight I want next, man, is I want Frank Morton.
Okay, exactly. Because you. Go ahead.
I mean, if you want to, obviously, people be like, oh, you know, he's not in line for a title shot, whatever. Give me Frank Morton next, because I heard that, you know, out of the grapevine, well, not out of the grapevine, you know, they just announced that Keyshawn Davis is fighting here Albright too now, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know, you know, when we was there, he told the whole media we were gonna make it happen next. After he had the draw, I was like, maybe he's gonna go near Albright again, or whatever. But now that Near Albright's not fighting Frank Martin no more, what's up? There's no excuse now not to fight me. You say you have to make it happen next. Winner of that should get the winner of Keyshawn Albright. I think that only makes sense. And it's gonna be me and probably Keyshawn, and I'll beat his ass like I've been wanting to do for a while for now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Tito been on Core and Keyshawn helmet. Like he been adamant about wanting those fights. I think Frank Martin is a good fight for him. I think it's a dangerous fight coming off the Albright draw though. So I doubt if they want to go down that path. I doubt if they want to fight Keyshawn right now too with Frank. Frank gonna have to regroup, man. He almost got stopped by Albright. And Keyshawn about to fight Albright in May and show you how you were supposed to do it. And show you who would actually win if y'all fought. But look, Tito wants smoke with everybody. He been told me Keyshawn don't got a chin. He been saying that for years. He's very open and adamant about that. He's like, yo, he can't take no punch. I'll knock him out. And that's just what he feel. Keyshawn, it'd be a tough fight for him too, man. Because look, you talking about taking a step up and fighting the best guy that you've ever been in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? So I like his energy because he's saying all the right things and he's winning the fights too. It ain't like he getting out there and he ain't winning the fights. No, he's going out there, he winning the fights, and he getting rid of guys. He knocking dudes out. So Tito is strong, he hungry, and he just won his opportunity. You can't be mad at nobody for saying none of the stuff he's saying. He's speaking like a fighter. Look, I widen Shakur gap. I beat Keyshawn ass. I whoop Frank Martin at. Like, that's what you want to hear because when he get the opportunity, we going to see what he do with it. But so far, he's still on business, man. That young man want to fight, bro, and I believe him. And if he can get an opportunity, we're gonna see what he made of, you know. But I like him. He's still growing, he's still learning. But Shakur and Keyshawn, those Olympic medalists, that's gonna be a real jump up. It's not gonna be an easy fight at all. Neither one of them. I know how he feels. He's confident. He's supposed to say everything he's saying, but those fights will be different. And maybe that's why he wanted to get out of Matchroom too, because you calling for fights, but it ain't like Eddie Hearn is. Maybe y'all not on the same page. Maybe what you want for yourself ain't what he want for you. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're promoting Shakur and Tito Mercado, you're not in a rush to put Tito in the ring with him if you're still building him where he at. I'm just being honest now. He ain't supposed to feel like that, but the promoter is probably going to think like that. Like, if you, the real ones know, these promoters know getting Shakur beat is not going to be an easy feat. Anything is possible and anybody can lose, but it's not going to be an easy thing to do. You gotta bring your best, and then he might still beat him. It's a good chance he still beat your best. So that's the problem he'll run into with both of those guys. He'll be taking a significant jump up in competition, I think, but they won't. Yeah, is he risky? Absolutely, because he can punch both hands and he can box with it too. He ain't just a puncher; he can box. Tito can box, but he's a little rough around the edges. He's not as polished and refined with his game as a Shakur and Keyshawn. They're much more smoother operators than him. But, you know, don't get me wrong. Mercado is nice. And he's everywhere. He's right where he's supposed to be with the opportunity. So it's just a matter of giving him the right shot. And I think he's a guy that could surprise some people, man. You keep letting him work, he's going to keep winning. I like Tito, man. So keep putting the pressure on these fighters, the Shakurs, the Keyshawns. Keep calling these guys out. That's what you're supposed to do, and keep knocking dudes out when you get a chance too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said they got no chance. I interviewed him before Boxing Bill. He been saying that shit for years. He really be saying it about Keyshawn though.
Absolutely. I made you guys shake on it, right? So it was a done deal. You guys shook on it. So we got to reach out to Frank Martin to see if we can make that happen, because that's a great eliminator. Whoever wins that fight can go into a championship match.
This is how I know that you are boys be crying, because you talk just like that. Everything he say about Shakur, you saying the same stuff. You think anybody with power beat Shakur, but you clearly haven't watched the fights with him yet, or you just ignoring boxing. You gotta have more than power to beat Shakur. Let me tell you this, man. Power is one element. What about the physical side? Notice how not one time did you type in the chat that Tito was more skillful or a better boxer. Notice you keep talking, he'll get him because he got power. He could punch. Notice not one time did you say anything about skill, because you know what it is. Like, that's the problem. These dudes can punch harder than him, but they're not smarter than him, and he could punch good enough to get your respect and or knock you out or drop you if you get reckless. So that's the problem. Dudes can be stronger and hit harder, but that don't win you fights. You get what I'm saying? They don't be smarter than him. They can't outthink him. They're not a better round by round fighter than him, and they're not more disciplined. You get what I'm saying? They don't make better decisions from minute to minute, round to round, and that's what you got to do, man. And yeah, all that making him fight stuff, that works in his favor. William Zepeda made him fight. Nobody else has a style like William Zepeda. Tito Mercado don't fight like that. Him bringing pressure, I guarantee you, it will cause him to get picked apart. And I mean that respectfully. He would lose rounds trying to just force him to fight. That everybody think that's the way, but we just watched William Zepeda throw damn near 1,000 punches at Shakur and only land 27% or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Throwing almost 1,000 punches, and he was right in front of Zepeda. Now imagine him using his legs, because Tito is more of a puncher than Zepeda, so he ain't gonna fight him the same exact way. I know he'll utilize more movement until he get comfortable. Then he'll walk him down just like he do everybody else, or be backing him up just like he was doing Tio, and just about anybody else he got in the ring with. But let's keep rolling, man. I love Tito's energy, and I love everything he's saying. You know what I'm saying? He got more power, but do he got more skill, bro? You keep talking about power. That's the problem. That's boys be crying. Let me keep going.
Or if any of the other champions are willing to fight you, now we can do that as well. So I think the fans are going to be in for a treat, whoever you fight.
For sure, man. It ain't going to take me, I'm not here Albright, bro. It's not going to take me 10 rounds to make him do the stinky leg. He's going to be doing the stinky leg from round 1 to however long it lasts. And I don't think he goes past 4, to be honest with you. Frank Martin he can't do nothing, man. I'm going to turn him into a ghost that night for sure. Talk to me.
I like he's Tito said I'll turn Frank Martin into a ghost that night for sure. You gotta like what he's saying, bro. I ain't mad at it at all, Tito. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, champ. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a problem with it, tell them to do something. Tell them to see you there.
He leg from round 1 to however long it lasts. And I don't think he goes past 4, to be honest with you. Frank Martin he can't do nothing, man. I'm gonna turn him into a ghost that night for sure. Talk to him.
Okay, so that we're definitely gonna be looking.
I'm hitting him right in his goatee. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna look stiffer than those fools on my boxing trophies. You can see him right there in the floor. I'm telling you right now.
So
I'm popping right now. I'm popping right now in training. He's gonna feel it.
You definitely know how to sell a fight, Tito. That's what's gonna gravitate the fans to you and have everybody excited about this fight. But going back to sticking with Frank Martin, how do you beat Frank Martin? How do you beat him?
Bro, you just gotta touch his chin. What are you talking about? He ain't nothing special. I mean,
so that's easier. You think he's easier than a Richardson Hitchens?
Oh, it's blunt.
They're different styles, but I mean, if you, you know what? They're about the same, man. I think maybe Frank Martin. I don't know, man. You know, it's a little tricky because Hitchens looked horrible with Lemos, in my opinion, and he got hurt to me multiple times in that fight. So it's kind of hard to say, just different styles. But I think I take both of them out for sure. But you know, obviously, I think Frank Martin is more of a a reasonable fight that could happen next, right? For sure. Because I think there's rumors of Hitchens even going to 47. So I'm not really sure what's his situation.
Okay, and how comfortable are you at 140?
See, and that's the thing. I like Tito because he just want fights. He want opportunities, whether it's Frank Martin, it's Shakur, it's Keyshawn, it's Hitchens, anybody. He just want an opportunity to prove what he say he is. And you can't be mad at him for that. And I would like to see him get an opportunity. Any of them fights that make sense. I'm not against none of them. I'm not against nothing that he said. Do I agree with everything he said, or do I see it that way? I see it differently, but I understand as a fighter, he's supposed to feel like, man, none of these guys can beat me. And when I get a chance, I'm smoking all of them. That's what he's supposed to say.
Pounds. Are you moving up to 147 in the near future, or you think you'll be here for a few years?
I could be here definitely for a few years, but I mean, like I said, if everybody starts moving up to 47 and the opportunity presents itself, man, I'm definitely going up there. Like I said, I just want to squabble.
Yeah, you don't even care. But you feel comfortable at 140, or you feel you walk around a lot heavier, right?
Bro, that's it.
No, I'm a different type of fighter like all these guys. I know a lot of these guys like to walk around real heavy. I like to walk around close to fight weight. That way, it just makes it easier. Not because I struggle. It just makes it easier for me, lifestyle and just in general health, bro. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah, I believe that. I think that's wise. Nice. But at 147, I already know the name that you're going to tell me who you would like to face there. But who let the fans know who you want to fight at 147.
For sure, I think I got to be Ryan Garcia. For sure.
Oh, okay. But, I was wrong. I was thinking Devin Haney.
No, I know. I definitely want Devin Haney, but I think Ryan Garcia will probably be maybe a bigger fight because we both from California.
Okay.
I always wanted a big fight in the what used to be called Staples Center. I wanted it in the crypto arena. I think that'd be dope. Me and him. But definitely Devin Haney, man. You know, you got Rolly soon. Who's the other champion at 147? Am I missing?
Lewis Crocker. He holds the IBF. Yeah. So a lot of people want to fight him because they feel it's an easy fight to take a title.
Yeah, he ain't gonna hold it too long, so I ain't worried about him. So you got Rolly, Haney, and then Ryan. I think definitely between Ryan and Haney, but I think Ryan just because we could get it done in California. I think that makes perfect sense. But definitely Devin Haney though, man. I think he's the guy right now, right? Yeah. He's the guy that everyone wants to fight. And, you know, he's even talking about doing a lot of stuff. So for sure, Haney too.
So you don't. So what's your message to Haney and Ryan?
Man, I just hope Ryan don't fight Haney again and shit. Fucking leave him all punchy and shit for me. I want to be able to go there and put some damage on Haney. But man, Ryan, you know, I hope he holds that belt for a little while, man, because I want to take this shit away from him.
Okay, definitely. So you want to smoke with everyone, basically. 140, 147 doesn't matter.
It don't matter, bro. Ryan's a streamer. Ryan's a streamer. He's not really like that. He beat up Barrios because I mean, let's be honest. Everybody want to fight Barrios too. Why? Because they didn't feel like he was the best in the division. A lot of these guys know how to pick their fights, bro, including Shakur and, you know, Keyshawn's over there calling out Lewis Crocker, Pitbull Cruz. All these guys are either not in the skill level or small. Lamont Rhodes.
See, that's the thing, though. I get what he's saying, but matchmaking is a part of boxing. Why do people make it seem like he sit here and choose every fight that he make? Even with that being said, if they choosing they fights well, you go look at most of these dudes' records. They fighting guys even lesser than the dudes that are Shakur and Keyshawn are fighting. So what are we talking about? Like, they fight dudes with upside down records and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. Like, you you can't compare a lot of these dudes' resumes to Shakur and Keyshawn. I'm just being honest. Like, watch this. I'm gonna just go to it. I'll just make the point. Just make the point. Make the point. The problem is you could type that all you want about how Tito will beat this one and beat that one. How does he do it though? How does he beat him? What does he do better than him? Watch this. Boys be crying. What does he do better than him that he gonna beat his head in? What do he do? How he gonna do it? What he gonna do different at the other 25? So Tito is better than Tito. Mercado was better than that's 0-7, 2-1, 2-5, 2-10, 39-1, 14-4, 31-12-1, 31-2. That's solid. 23-4, 4-1. Like these people, not even just the records, but these people though. These people ain't. You get what I'm saying? Like, just different shit, man. Antonio Moran, he got a couple of them, but this shit ain't the same. Shit ain't even remotely the same. Am I going in and out? Am I?
My mom Roach is small. Don't get me wrong, good fighter, but small. They don't want to call out no threats like me that hits hard. He was always like, bro, I'm the one that wanted these fights. I seen an interview, but he pulled out. I was like, bro, you think
years. You feel cool? You feel you walk around a lot heavier, right?
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. That's why I'm done with StreamYard. I think after today, man. That's why I canceled it. I'm looking for another one. I think I'm gonna try Restream tomorrow. But this is why I'm sick. I'm sick of StreamYard and the issues. You pay too much money and then it skip, it break, too much lagging, freezing. I'll be back. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. My bad, y'all. Hopefully that's a little bit better, man. But we're gonna play the rest of this. And the last thing I'll play is I forgot to play it while I was still talking about it. My apologies. Caroline Dubois, her response to what Alycia Baumgardner was saying. But let me pull Tito back up. Tito and Edwin don't fight nothing alike at all. You gotta stop thinking that any other fight will ever look like that, man. Tito has never been in the ring with somebody like Shakur Stevenson, bro. And if you really watch boxing and you watch Shakur fights, you will know that Edwin De Los Santos fight is a anomaly.
Fight hype. I'm here with knockout sensation Tito Mercado, 18-0 with 17 knockouts, 94% knockout ratio. Thank you.
Tito won't look nothing like Edwin because he don't fight nothing like Edwin. You get what I'm saying? And you can't expect Shakur being injured again. You know what I'm saying? To have a fight like I don't see that.
147 in the near future, or you think you'll be here for a few
Let's
years?
finish this.
I
Hopefully
could be
that's
it definitely
better,
for a few
y'all.
years,
Shout out to
but I
everybody
mean, like I
still
said, if
rocking.
everybody
Hit the
starts
like
moving up to
button, support
47
this
and the
channel. We
opportunity
gonna
presents
rock
itself,
out.
man, I'm
We
definitely
got
going
one
up
more
there. Like I
video,
said, I
man.
just want to
So
squabble.
Yeah, you don't even care. but
No,
you
I don't.
you feel comfortable at 140, or you feel you walk around a lot heavier, right?
No, I'm a different type of fighter like all these guys. I know a lot of these guys like to walk around real heavy. I like to walk around close to fight weight. That way, it just makes it easier. Not because I struggle. It just makes it easier for me. Lifestyle and just in general health, bro. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah, I believe that. I think that's wise. But at 147, I already know the name that you're going to tell me who you would like to face there. But who let the fans know who you would want to fight at 147.
For sure, I think it got to be Ryan Garcia. For
Okay.
sure.
Oh, okay. I was wrong. I was thinking Devin Haney.
No, I know. I definitely wanted him, but I think Ryan Garcia will probably be maybe a bigger fight because we both from California.
Okay. Yes.
I always wanted a big fight in the what used to be called Staples Center. I wanted it in the crypto arena. I think that'd be dope. Me and him. But definitely Devin Haney, man. You know, you got Rolly soon. Who's the other champion at 147? Am I missing?
Yeah, Lewis Crocker. He holds the IBF. Yeah. So a lot of people want to fight him because they feel it's an easy fight to take a title.
Yeah, he ain't gonna hold it too long, so I ain't worried about him. So you got Rolly, Haney, and then Ryan. I think definitely between Ryan and Haney, but I think Ryan just because we could get it done in California, I think that makes perfect sense. But definitely Devin Haney though, man. I think he's the guy right now, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy that everyone wants to fight. You know, he's even talking about doing a lot of stuff. So for sure, Haney too.
So you don't. So what's your message to Haney and Ryan?
Man, I just hope Ryan don't fight Haney again and shit. Fucking leave him all punchy and shit for me. I want to be able to go there and put some damage on Haney. But man, Ryan, you know, I hope he holds that belt for a little while, man, because I want to take this shit away from him.
Okay, definitely. So you want to smoke with everyone, basically. 140, 147 doesn't matter.
It don't matter, bro. Ryan's a streamer. He's not really like that. He beat up Barrios because I mean, let's be honest. Everybody want to fight Barrios too. Why? Because they didn't feel like he was the best in the division. A lot of these guys know how to pick their fights, bro, including Shakur and, you know, Keyshawn's over there calling out Lewis Crocker, Pitbull Cruz. All these guys are either not on the skill level or small. Lamont Roach is small. Don't get me wrong, a good fighter, but small. They don't want to call out no threats like me that hits hard. He was over there like, bro, I'm the one that wanted these fights. I seen an interview, but he pulled out. He's like, I called for De Los Santos. I was like, bro, you didn't call for you didn't show up fucking fight night. You didn't call for De Los Santos. You was bluffing. A lot of these guys, man, just be bluffing.
Nah, but see that I get Tito's stance, you know, but he did call for De Los Santos. Nobody forced him to fight De Los Santos. He did pick him. Now he did mess up the weight, so he didn't make it to the fight. But if y'all think that a guy is gonna fake wanting to fight somebody all the way up into the last second and then decide that he gonna blow $1 million payday, like, you gotta make it make sense, bro. Nobody in their right fucking mind is gonna purposely sabotage a fight to get out of over $1 million payday, the highest payday to date in another possible sold out event at home. That's just plain stupid. So yeah, he blew the weight and didn't make it to the fight, but I gotta highlight this because it just, I wouldn't be me if I wasn't keeping it real. He picked him. You don't pick a guy and then be scared of him. You get me? Like that's literally makes no sense whatsoever. Why pick him if you were scared? Then you could have just went another direction altogether. So I get what Tito was saying. He didn't make it to the fight, but he did call him out. And I think he would have hurt De Los Santos that night. He's not a better fighter than Keyshawn. All this power shit is what's blowing me because you act like Keyshawn don't got power. People keep saying Shakur don't got power, but you just watch the guy that they were saying is a knockout dude and got these knockouts and all this, and he's more of the puncher. He more explosive and all of this stuff. You see him have much respect in their fight night. So it's like all this power stuff is overstated. Your power looks impressive against guys that can't deal with you, that can't defensively handle you, right? When you in there with somebody that's going to make you miss and your power can't be a factor and you got to rely on your boxing skill and your IQ, then what you going to do? Power is not going to get you out of every fight. I know that, but you're going to always be able to rely on being able to box. That's what I'm telling y'all. Shout out to Raymond. What's good with it, homie?
Too much, and I just want to go there and stop all these guys.
Okay, and Keyshawn Davis is talking about going to 147, and I know you had words with him before, right? So yeah, Keyshawn Davis, you like that fight as well?
I'll beat the shit out of Keyshawn Davis, whether it's at 140 or 147. It don't matter to me. I'll really knock all that shit off him because I think all that stuff that he's doing, I think is all up front. I'll be honest with you, everything that he's doing, I think is up front. So, and he's not really like that. He's not really like that. So I can't wait to get my hands on him.
So what did you think about his performance with Jermaine Ortiz?
You see, he'll say he not really like that, but every other fighter that's probably not like feeling like they want to fight him, they just about gonna say something different. The trainers, the coaches, they all gonna say he is like that. So I think I'll do math, man. He got to be something. And again, if he's not nothing, it don't make sense to trash him and then call him out and want him to fight you. Like if he ain't nothing. So I know he's just speaking like a fighter, so it's all good.
I thought he
like
was winning the whole fight for sure. But I'm not gonna say I was impressed. Not until the last. I wouldn't even say I was impressed, but I think the last 2 rounds is what he should have been doing the whole fight. Which he should have stopped him a long time ago, in my opinion. Ortiz didn't have nothing for him, and I predict that. I figured he was gonna go to the body and take him out in the later rounds, but I thought he was gonna let his hands go a little bit more. I think he just little too how you kind of say gun shy a little bit. But when he let his hands go, obviously he was beating him up. So I expected that.
Definitely.
We just see everybody sees things different. It wasn't nothing gun shy about Keyshawn. See, that's the thing. When you got pedigree, bro, that shit that you critiquing, like you just think you can just go out there and throw punches. Nobody never knocked out Jermaine Ortiz. Why was he supposed to knock him out early? Why? Nobody never stopped him. They said that was supposed to be his toughest fight on paper. Why was he supposed to knock him out? When, at what point in the fight was Keyshawn gun shy? He was controlling the entire fight. He barely even lost a single round, and he dropped him twice and stopped him. It was a great performance. Anything less than that, I'm sorry, you can't knock that. His performance against Jermaine Ortiz is better than anything you've done because he fought a more experienced and better fighter than anybody you've been in there. If you fought Jermaine Ortiz tomorrow, that'd be the best fighter you fought probably, more than likely. Right now,
man, there's so many fights for you to fight, especially if you're willing to go to 147. You can fight anybody at 140, 147. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be in some big fights, especially the way you talk, the way you present yourself. A lot of people want to see that. Where a lot of fighters don't want to call other the other fighters' names. You're willing to do that and willing to get in the ring, so that's going to be exciting, and your record speaks for itself. But switching gears real quickly, we have a super fight with Xander Zayas and Jerome Boots Ennis. I wanted to get your take on it. I wanted to know what you think about this matchup. Boots moving up to 154, Xander holding 2 titles at 23 years old, Jerome Boots in his prime at 28 years old. How does this fight play out? Who wins and why?
I think it's a good fight. At first, I thought it was gonna be like some like April Fool's type of shit. I was like, no way, they actually like. But I think it's a good fight, man. Look, I respect Xander for taking that fight because technically it's his first kind of title defense, right? As a unified champion, right?
Yeah.
So I give him respect if you really go through with the fight. I think Boots. It's crazy because you look at Boots' resume, it's not like the most accomplished, but I think he definitely has a lot more guys in that had more experience, right, than Zayas had. So I definitely think Boots is a more well-rounded and more experience than Zayas for sure. And I think Boots would probably end up stopping him probably in like the 7th or 8th round. That's how I see it. But like I said, Zayas is a champion for a reason, so I hope he goes over there and makes it competitive at least.
Yeah. Being that Zayas is so young, do you think they should have waited until he was like 25, at least 2 more years? But once you hold the titles, he has 2 belts. You can't run anymore. You got to face everyone, right?
True, but there's certain fighters, man, that know how to navigate that. It's true. So and I found it funny because I saw something where Tim Bradley's like, oh, I think he's on his what do you say? He's like, I think he's on his last fight with the top rank.
They spoke about that, yes, with Top Rank. Do you think what do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
The sad thing about it, Marcus, and I learned this through the years of being a Shakur supporter. These people, they'll pick against them. They won't bet. It's a difference. They'll pick with no money on the line. They'll just throw shit out there and hope that they be right what they pick. But they never explain to you how these people beat them. They just say the same dumbass shit. Oh, he's supposed to knock him out. He's supposed to do this, and shut up. To say somebody is supposed to stop a guy early that never been stopped in his career is fucking dumb. It's dumb. To say a dude is gun shy that's controlling the entire fight is dumb. It's dumb. You just saying anything. That's why I timed him out. You just typing anything. You just sound stupid. What evidence or what fight is it that Jermaine Ortiz got knocked out where we should go look at it and say, yeah, when Keyshawn fights him, he's supposed to knock him out for sure? That shit sound dumb. It's like a lack of boxing knowledge. To say somebody's supposed to knock somebody out sooner, he knocked him out when he knocked him out. It wasn't nothing gun shy. He was putting belt to his ass. The dude was moving around. He was surviving a little bit here and there. Like Keyshawn did everything he was supposed to do. He wasn't supposed to do nothing no sooner, bro. People are weird, man. How you gonna tell somebody when they supposed to get a knockout? He did exactly what he didn't lose a round. He wasn't getting hit with a lot of dumb shit. You know what I mean? Jermaine Ortiz got dominated. You never seen nobody dominate him. T.O. or Loma was not able to do what Keyshawn just did to Jermaine Ortiz. They wasn't able to dominate him or stop him. He did two things they couldn't do. Neither one of them dominated him, and neither one of them stopped him. But we keep talking about what he was supposed to do. Notice when he fought, when Loma fought him, get what I'm saying? When T.O. fought him, nobody said what they were supposed to do. But when Keyshawn fight him, he's supposed to knock him out. He was gun shy. Shut that dumbass shit up. I respect Tito, but that's not the right way to explain or break down what happened. It was nothing gun shy about a dude that's winning every round. That's ignorant. Gun shy is when you're not throwing punches. You show me a round where Keyshawn wasn't in control and throwing punches. That's ignorant to just agree with him because it's a boxer and you like him. That shit sounds stupid. Man, just say anything. Yeah, he was supposed to do this. He was supposed to do this. You never seen a guy get stopped before in your career, but all of a sudden when one dude's fight him, he's supposed to do something that the other guys didn't do. Get out of here. That shit just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. You get me? That shit to be sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just because as soon as you get on these content creators pages and ask how much they willing to bet, yeah, they'll never bet on Shakur. They never bet against them. They'll pick against the Marcus. They ain't betting. They don't want to lose that money. They ain't that brave. They only got opinions because it don't cost them nothing. If their opinions came with them making bets, they wouldn't do it, bro. I'm just a realist. I want everybody to always have your own opinion, but I hate stupid ignorance. Nothing was gun shy about Keyshawn's performance. That was a complete performance. And he stopped him the way he said he was. He did it. He saved it for the 12th round. He got him out of there. It's nothing. He didn't give up rounds. There's no way to walk away from that and be like, yeah, he was gun shy. He knocked him the fuck out. I don't get it. If he was gun shy, he don't get the knockout in the 12th. If he gun shy, Jermaine Ortiz makes it out of that 12th round. Come on, man. You got to know what you saying. Don't just type shit.
They're throwing him out because they know he's gone and they say, let's try to cash out.
It's a possibility. I thought that shit was funny because, I mean, if you think about it, right, you got a kid that it looks like he sells out. Obviously, Puerto Rican, right, which is always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Looks like he sells out in New York and Puerto Rico. It looked like his last one was sold out.
Substance, bro.
It's kind of weird how they just threw him out there to a guy like Boots. Unless it don't make no sense because Top Rank is usually good at matching.
Keyshawn was gun shy against Jermaine Ortiz. You get me? Ortiz was just trying to survive, bro. That's what I'm saying. To try to say he was gun shy is just a drink. Shout out to my guy, KO.
I found it. I don't know. I think a lot of people see it like 70. Well, I mean, I think I'd see it a little bit more, but at least everybody sees it kind of like 70-30 Boots in favor of Boots of winning that fight.
Yeah, he's actually a 5-1 favorite to beat Xander Zayas. So that. Right. I think it's a little bit closer. I think it's a lot closer. I think it's maybe 3-1. You know, he's young, and you know, Boots he has that power. He has 35 wins with 31 knockouts. He can box.
Yes,
Only thing about Boots, he just has some of his last fights, he was hit a lot. You know, and he said he wasn't, you know, like motivated. He has to work on his defense. That'll give Xander a chance, and maybe the weight, you know, because he's comfortable at 154. That'll help him hold the punches of Jaron Ennis. But he's gonna move up. He's a slick boxer, so I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be, you know, competitive in the.
And he got that stoppage at the end, man, that made it perfect. I just, you know, I respect all opinions, but I just know some stuff don't fit, KO. Like, you can't say a guy was gunshot that controlled the entire fight, won pretty much every round, and stopped this guy. Like, that's not being gunshot. You know what I'm saying? He let his hands go when he needed to. The thing is that what they describing, they're not describing it. They're not breaking it down the right way. They're calling it gun shy, but I think what they're referring to is Keyshawn being calculated. That's what I be saying. He controls the pace. He's not a wasteful guy. He don't just throw punches just to be throwing punches. There's a lot of dudes that's not gonna beat him. Watch what I tell you. It's a lot of dudes that's not gonna beat him because they're not smarter than him. And that's another smart Olympian. I'm telling you, all that just go out there and throw punches because you punch hard. That shit gonna get you stopped. Keyshawn know how to when to throw the punch, the right punch to throw, how to place it. Telling you, man, that dude is a complete fighter. He's a complete fighter. He got the right temperament and all that. But this the last video, man. I'm gonna react to, man. Shout out to Carolyn, man. She went out there and showed out, and she gave her opinion on Alycia Baumgardner. who I don't want to call no duck. I don't push that shit on my channel, but she ain't talking like a person that's willing to accept all challenges. She making excuses for not fighting one of the best young talents in boxing. The newly crowned unified champion in Carolina, Dubois. I don't give a damn what weight it's at. I want to see it. I think she could really surprise a lot of people and win. Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, you're gonna have to be top tier. Facts. And I believe you gotta be a different kind of fighter to stop Jermaine Ortiz and dominate him like that. You get me? You gotta be pretty damn good to do that. Because Loma didn't do it that way, and neither did Tio.
With Caroline Dubois, we're with Fight Hub TV, and I just want to say congratulations on your win tonight.
Last video, y'all. Everybody hit the like button.
When Nikisa was talking about Katie Taylor, and when you were just told about it, you sort of had this reaction of almost like it's exciting, but a little bit like, because she's a legend, you respect her. Was that because you know you're going to hurt her?
No, it's just she just doesn't do it for me, and it's not that as a disrespect. Like, I want to be involved in fights where people say this is the best versus the best, and they're up and ahhing about who's going to win. And I feel like if I fight Katie Taylor and if I fight her, I would win that fight, and people would not give me credit for that. They would say, "Oh, she fought a over-the-hill Katie Taylor. She fought a girl who's at the end of her prime, and she's this." And what would I get from that? Me beating Katie, what would I get? Yes, I'll get a paycheck, and I'll get the name, but I don't think I'll get anything else. Whereas if I go in the ring and fight a young, hungry, dangerous Alycia or a Turk or these dangerous girls, I would get so much more from that, and that's what I'm interested in. You know, I'm not
about the challenge.
Yeah. I'm not at the end of my career like some of these other girls. I'm not interested in Ronda Rousey. I'm not interested in Holly Holm. I want the biggest, the scariest, the most dangerous woman I can find, and I want to run at her. That's who I want. I don't want Katie Taylor.
When I caught up with Clarissa Shields, Clarissa was actually, obviously, I didn't realize you guys had a good friendship, but she definitely thinks that you would be the person to beat Alycia. Just your thoughts?
Of course. If we fight, I would run through her, you know. Today, honestly, it was so upsetting. I woke up and I had the worst flu. My head was burning up. I felt dizzy. And I was like, no. You know, I was just praying on the way here. I was like, God, make this just be a challenge and a test for me to dig within myself. And I was able to do that. But I truly feel like if I was had a bit more luck today, I would have felt a lot better in the ring today. And I would have been able to go through the gears a lot more. I don't want to make too many excuses because, you know, Terry fought a really smart fight. But I know that given the opportunity, I'll run through Alycia.
And just lastly, just a prediction on the upcoming MMA fight between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. What do you think of their fight?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. You know, I was around when Ronda was killing it, and she was the woman who got my attention on UFC. I've never seen a UFC fight in my life up until that point. Yeah. And she was the woman who really made me take notice of the UFC. So now I have an opportunity to watch a UFC fight with the GOAT, the GOAT of the UFC world, you know, one of the women who really made UFC what it is today. And I think
it's funny you brought that up about Katie Taylor. The dude Nikisa was saying something about that being the last fight for Katie Taylor or something like that. He'd be looking to make that fight. Carolyn and Gabby are better than their brothers. Hey man, you know what? I kind of agree, man. I do. They special, bro. They special. Caroline Dubois is special. I think she controlled and handled that fight yesterday with Terry Harper beautifully. I don't think she was ever in jeopardy of losing the fight. I think she was the boss. She was in control the whole time. Yeah, it was close, competitive early, but I think she started to pull away about midway through the fight, and it stayed that way. She's special, man. And Daniel Dubois is a dangerous guy, good guy, but she's truly talented. And Gabby Fundora is just, how you gonna beat her? She do everything. She box, fight, punch on you. Like, you get me? She can take a punch. Like, she's special, and so is Carolyn.
Really cool. It's like a nostalgic thing, you know. It's like, wow, being able to see Mike Tyson fight again. It's kind of nostalgic. And yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, everyone, for coming. I really do. Women's boxing is here and it's here to stay.
All right, guys, we'll open up for questions. First up over here.
Caroline, Norman and the sweet Caroline. In this build-up, we've got a bit of a different side here. We're going to continue to see that?
100%. This is who I am. I know that a lot of people would be surprised about how I was in the build-up to this fight, but the only reason they're surprised is because they don't really know who I am, and that's fine. Like, it's fine, but this is who I am. I'm not faking it. I'm not trying to push anything. I'm being myself. If you know me and you know who Caroline Dubois is, then you know that this isn't a surprise. This is me.
Caroline, there was a moment after the knockdown in the next round where you were a bit animated.
They got they brothers pretty damn good, but that just lets you know how good their sisters are for them to be better than their brothers, man. I think they all train hard as hell. I think what's the name's a hard ass worker. Shout out to my homie official everything, man. My dog, what's good with it, man? But I get it, though. I'm with KO, man. They might be a bit better than their brothers.
Towards Terry, can you talk us through that? I think the referee had to get involved, and just talk me through that and the thought process behind it.
Sorry, no, yeah. It was really tricky because she was a lot smarter than I thought she was gonna be. She's smart, you know, and she's experienced. She knows how to get through a fight. She knows how to box, and I guess their tactics was to stay away and try and counter. And the annoying thing was I was trying to counter her, and we were both trying to counter each other. That's why the first few rounds were a bit touchy, and when I caught her, I just felt really relieved. Not relieved, but like I knew as soon as I land, I'm gonna hurt this person. And I landed and I dropped her. And I just felt like I could have gone for the gears a little bit more, but a few things happened in the fight today. I woke up with the worst flu I've ever had. I was like, oh my God, of all days, this is happening. But you know, this was a test, and God gave it to me for me to see how strong I was, and I pushed through, and I was able to get the victory.
Did you agree with the scorecards?
What were they?
I believe, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but they're a bit wide than I personally.
I won every round.
Ask her about the scorecard, you don't even know.
What was she doing? She was just trying to nick the fight, obviously we were both trying to counter each other. But I was busy, you know, I was busy with the jab, I was busy with my combinations. Yes, I was missing a little bit, but I was pushing the pace, and I genuinely feel like there was not one round you could give her. Maybe one if you feel like I wasn't, like we were both, the first few rounds I would say we weren't throwing a lot. And maybe there was a drawish round where there was not a lot happening, not a lot landing. But I truly don't see any argument for her winning more than one round.
Over here, Carla. Congratulations for
Thank you.
You spent some time with
She definitely ain't win a lot of rounds at all.
What did she say to give you advice and guidance?
She waited too long on Caroline Dubois. She was waiting on her to try to make mistakes and/or tire out, and it never happened. It never happened. Never. Yeah, Wilder looked, you know, it was an ugly, sloppy fight, but he still did what he was supposed to do.
She's an amazing woman, and people try to give her shit because of how she acts and what she says, but she down through. She's a good person, you know. She flew all the way out there, obviously for her fight, but she then drove down here and came to support me. She's a champion. I have nothing but love and respect, and it's now time for me to return the favor. And I need to start flying out there for her camps and showing the same love that she's given me.
Yeah, she controlled the fight the entire time.
I think she's a legend. She was giving me nothing but positivity in the lead up to this fight. We were speaking, and after this fight, she was giving me some words of advice, like, you know, be more busy and stuff. But there was, like I said, there was a few things. Like waking up today, I was just, I was like, no way. No, of all days, you come today. And I was sick as a pig, but, you know, I pushed through.
Caroline Alycia was just for and asked what might be next for you as you threw out Katie Taylor for her potential, or what's looking like her last fight. I think that's one you would jump at.
It's a difficult one because I've got a lot of time for Katie. I think she's a legend. If she said, Caroline Dubois, let's do this, you know, she wants to test herself against me, I would jump at the opportunity. Who wouldn't? Like, who honestly would say no to Katie Taylor? She's a legend.
Them two old men, two old G's,
I'm not really fussed about that fight. The fight I'm interested in, I'm sure all of you think I know what I'm interested in, is Alycia, the Baumgardner, and I think we'll be able to see who truly is the best. And I believe it's me. That's the fight I want. By the end of the year, there's no need to waste time. There's no need to mess around. Like, let's make it happen. You know, the best versus the best with 5 pounds difference. She's older than me. She's more experienced than me. Let's see, you know. That's the fight I want. That's the fight I want.
Yeah. These people crazy. They listen. And only people hating on Clarissa right now is people that's not used to winning in life. And they nitpicking. Like, I ain't saying she perfect because she not, none of them is, but her boxing record is. And what she stand for in boxing mean more than anything she's saying in any media, any interview. I don't care about none of that stuff. She could fight her ass off. And the fact that her supporting Caroline Dubois is not more like appreciated and like saluted, the fact that people are critiquing and criticizing is wild, bro. It's wild. That's why I root for Clarissa the way I do. These people are miserable. They don't like to see winners. No, it's his technique. Fake. It ain't his power. It's the technique for Wilder. It's the technique, and Chisora Chin is always solid.
I would take it over unification, but I know she's going to run a mile from this fight. I believe she's already spoken to Nikisa and said, I don't want that fight. She's going to try and run and slip and slide her way out that fight. And if she wants to say, you know, I can do more, then I'll have another unification. I'll go off to the top, and then we can have it. By the end of this year, we need to make that fight happen. The biggest fight in this boxing, I want that fight. I want Alycia. I want her next.
Caroline, congratulations tonight. It's funny, obviously, you're speaking about Alycia Baumgardner. She has been on Twitter today, clowning the performance, the fact you didn't get stoppage, she got the stoppage.
Yeah, she's a drug cheat. I have never in my life failed a drugs test, you know, and it wasn't just a light little weight loss drug, a light little, you know, any of that. It was a serious muscle performance and heart and developing drug, and you can say what you want, but look at Alycia post failing that drug and pre-failing. She was explosive, she was powerful, she was dangerous. Then what happened? She failed that drug test and she hasn't looked the same since. She can say what she wants. I have never failed a drug test in my life and I never will. I'm not a drug cheat. I don't need drugs. I don't need performance enhancing drugs to be confident in the ring. I stepped into that ring 100% authentically natural. You know, she can't say the same. She cannot say the same. She can say what she wants, but she's failed a drug test for a reason. She is a fucking cheat.
Mm-hmm. Man, she don't curse, man. Carolyn tired of Alycia. Said she a fucking cheat. I'm about to play this last video. My bad, y'all. That's the part I really wanted to hear. Was she called her a drug cheat? She said she want that fight. Y'all know what that girl was.
Interesting fights for me. I want to fight the Turkish girl. She's an interesting fight. She's an exciting fight. People are saying she's gonna beat me, so I would love that fight. I know there's Stephanie Hahn hanging about. We'll have to see. Honestly, I'm someone who wants to go after the biggest.
Yeah, but it's definitely a lack of technique, man. Dudes being older, not having the same fire and legs that they once had. You gotta think power come from your legs.
I'm so hyped today.
Question, so they definitely gonna be in question after multiple losses, knockouts, and just all the wear and tear. Think about it. They both in their 50th fight. People don't think about how much that shit take.
Because yesterday I watched a C-level fighter have a C performance. Okay, this the same bitch.
That's a fucking lie, man. We love you, Alycia, bro, but man, we just seen you a fight ago. Your first fight with Derrick James was not crazy. Your first fight with Derrick James was not the same as the last fight that you just had. That fight was that fight was better. But your first fight with Derrick James wasn't better than what Carolyn just put out against Terry Harper. And she young. She young. Like C-level fighter, C-level performance. That shit is wild, bro. I get it. All of this doesn't convince the world that you're better than her. Fighter. Like all that trying to make it seem like you bigger, better, prettier. Nah, fighter. I want to see it. It's people that don't think you can beat her. And I'm people.
Ready.
That I want to see it. Showing the wrong energy.
I'm so hyped today because yesterday I watched a C-level fighter have a C performance. Okay, this the same bitch. Dubois, that's what we talk about. Dubois, who was talking about beating me.
See,
she was talking about getting Terry.
No disrespect, but it's always with people that she not gonna fight, she always gonna talk about looks. She called her Dubois. She do the same shit with Clarissa. Like, no disrespect, you could look good and all that shit, but we don't care. Looks don't win no fight. Can you beat that girl? Because she on your ass. She a unified champion. There's no excuse in the world for you not to fight her. You can't say she ain't on your radar. She not on your level. Y'all fighting the same level of competition. Knock it off. And y'all two of the best. So may the best woman win. I like both of y'all, but I don't like the way you carrying it. Your personal feelings to her is your personal feelings, but that wasn't no C-level performance. That's horse shit. You've been dishonest saying that. That wasn't no C-level performance.
Up out of there in the 4th round. Remember she said that? I'm gonna need y'all to go back and do your homework. I'm gonna need y'all to go back and do your homework and go back and see exactly what she said.
Yeah, but you say you gonna knock out everybody. Everybody you fight, you say you gonna knock them out. Everybody, you say you're a knockout artist, and you haven't had a knockout, I believe, since Terry Harper, the same girl you criticizing her about beating up. I'm not rocking with that. I don't care. All fighters say they're gonna get knockouts, and we see them don't get them. But you said every single fight, and you ain't had one since Terry Harper. Respectfully, you ain't had a knockout. You ain't came close to knocking nobody out since then. You know what I'm saying? Been a bunch of decisions, man.
Said she was gonna get Terry up out of there. Remember that?
Test, and then it looked bad because your knockouts came after you stopped, after you allegedly did or didn't take steroids, right? PEDs, like that whole scandal situation, which I think they mishandled terribly. I'm not giving her no out. I just think they mishandled that situation. But she talking like that none of this stuff exists. You had fights and you ain't had a KO since Harper, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think you knocked nobody out since then. And then some of your performances have not been the greatest either. So I mean, y'all should both fight each other, is what I'm saying. I don't want to come off like I'm side.
She was gonna get Terry up out of there. She said she getting that boy. She getting Terry out of there. Okay.
Terry fought like a person that was trying not to lose, not win.
You didn't do that. You didn't do that at all. You didn't do that. That was a C-level performance. Yeah, you knocked her down. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. Did you finish her? You didn't busted her head up with the head class. Did you get her up out of there?
It's crazy, right? Because she dropped her. Alycia didn't even drop her. She dropped her. Alycia finished her on her feet. She was like disconnected out on her feet. But Carolyn beat her up. But Carolyn was putting hands on her, bro. Carolyn was putting hands on her. You're hey, Gavin Goins, that's a fact. Alycia is saying Caroline is a C-level fighter, but her next fight is against someone Caroline already beat. This is why I'm confused. This is why I love Alycia as the fighter, the talent. I like you marketing yourself. All that stuff is cool, but I don't believe this. You selling whoop tickets. We all know you fought people that's not as good as Caroline Dubois. And if you literally fighting somebody that she beat already, what the hell are we talking about? She tripping. She really is. Shout out to Gavin. Appreciate the love, man. She bugging out, man. I don't agree with this though, and I don't usually disagree with people, but this sounded a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's calling her Dubois. You calling her a boy, but Dubois was out there beating ass, and she finished the fight the right way. She handled business, bro. She took Terry Harper belt while defending her own, and she trying to come for your shit, and you putting barriers and obstacles in front of y'all by trying to convince the world that she not on your level.
No, you had every chance to get her up out of there, and you didn't do it. Because you know why? Because you don't believe in yourself. And I see that. I read energy very well. You was okay with what you did, but you wasn't okay to finish her. And that's the difference between me and you. So don't be on this internet talking, doing all that rah-rah. And I need y'all to really understand, like, when you really get down to the real nitty-gritty of things, the nitty-gritty, like the real true facts of some real shit, I got Terry up out of there in the 4th round. I didn't need a judge to tell me if I won that fight. That's the difference. You had every opportunity to beat her and get her out of there and make a statement.
You better knock out your next opponent. You better knock out your next opponent, bro. Oh my God, you better dominate your next opponent. This shit is corny, man. I'm not gonna lie. All this, I knocked her out, but you didn't. You went the distance. Who cares? Can you knock Caroline Dubois, and can you go the distance and beat her in a distance fight or knock her out? That's what we want to know. We don't care. Most people didn't have Terry Harper beating Caroline Dubois, just like we didn't have her beating you. Y'all on that level, man. Y'all world-class fighters is what I'm saying. I love what Alycia stand for, but I don't like how she carrying it with this particular fight. You're not going to convince me that the reason you're not fighting her is because she's not good enough. She's a unified champion. Don't forget to say that she won the fight. The hell would you care what you think about her performance? Now go out there and show her why she's C-level. You're not going to be able to prove it by like trying to trash her for a performance that she did very well in. As a young talent, you can't shit on that performance, and you know that. Come on, man. I don't care how much you sound like a hater right now. And I like her, but she sounds like she hate. I ain't going to lie. You sound like a hater.
When you talk about fighting me, make a statement. Make a statement. Michaela Mayer, she made a statement.
Terry. She had a C-level performance, but she won. You was cheering for Terry, talking about go Terry. Terry lost. What was her performance level? I wonder.
She was unified.
What was it?
Bet.
F level?
Beat
D
that.
level?
Next person. Like, People are just too caught up on the internet and just be like, oh, you need to fight her. You need to fight. Listen, y'all, I'm not ducking no smoke. I said I will fight the girl. I already said I will fight her. But there comes a point in a time where the money got to be right. Baby, I am the money maker. She need me. She needs my name.
Oh, man, damn, I'm trying not to get mad. I'm sick of this bullshit in boxing. If you the fucking money maker, then what do you tell? She needs you. You the money maker. Which one is it? The hell, but the money got to be right. If you the money maker, why wouldn't the money be right? Cash cow, superstar. Damn, man. The fact of the matter is, you ain't got to be ducking smoke, but you sound like you ain't interested in the smoke that's knocking at your back door. You can't flex talking about it, shitting on her for a win. She won, bro, and she didn't struggle. She dropped the girl. She beat her up. She beat Terry Harper up. You ain't going to knock everybody out. She less experienced. You got more experience, right? You the knockout artist, right? So go knock Carolyn Dubois. That shit sound crazy. You the money maker, but the money got to be right. She need me. When you start talking all that, that's that pussy shit, man. I don't like it. I don't like that's that soft ass shit, bro. She needs you. Now you don't want to fight her. You don't. You saying everything but you want to fight. She wants you next, and you about to fight somebody she already beat, trying to act like she not on your level. Who the hell you fooling? We stuck on the internet. No, we not. We understand boxing. She's a unified champion. Ain't you a champion with belts? Don't you stand on business? Ain't you one of the best in the world? She is too, and she trying to see what that's about. Shut her down. Show her young ass that she ain't ready for you. But trying to convince the world that the reason you ain't fighting her is because the money ain't right, but you the money maker. Which one is it? People just be putting their foot in their mouth. If you the money maker, then you should be commanding any type of money that you asking for. People should be willing to pay you. Am I right? If you the money maker. People be saying anything. That's like Devin flexing the A side, but ain't sending no fucking offers and then crying about a guarantee and a 50-50 split. This shit is ridiculous, man. I'm so tired of these fake ass A sides, bro. You ain't never see Tank Davis do this shit. Never. He don't got to convince you he the A side and he make more money. You know why? Because we fucking know that. We know it. All these fake ass A sides, man. Y'all champions and shit and y'all good. Y'all probably sell some tickets, but y'all not the kind of draw that y'all think y'all are, man. A lot of y'all fighters got inflated fucking egos, man. And this is one of them. We get it. You pretty and all that. And you soft on the eyes. But that don't give you the right way to just be an asshole. The girl performed well. She got fought the same opponent. You knocked her out in 4 rounds. She knocked her down, beat her in 10. What's the big deal? She beat the girl that you about to fight next, and you about to fight her after her, and you acting like she not on your level, talking about the money got to be right. If you're the money person, then the money should be right already. That's like the idiot arguing with me on Instagram about Devin Haney because he fight for DHP Promotions. He controlled most of the money. I'm like, yo, you an idiot. If that was the case, then he wouldn't be bitching about the money not being right for Rolly. People are dumb, man. That boxing is always going to be able to push narratives and bullshit. Do you know why? Because the people that speak on boxing the most are fucking clueless. They're dumb and they run with anything. If it's something that makes them feel good, they'll believe it. Get this A-side fake flexing some A-side out of here. She needs you. You don't need her. Y'all need each other. You need great dance partners, right? It's a lot of them girls that you gonna fight or that have already fought that's not better than her. It's not a fight out there for you that people want to see more than you and Carolyn Dubois. It's not. Everywhere I hear it, the only name they saying with you is the fighter, fight Dubois, and then you justifying not fighting her, but then ain't gonna have nothing to say like we don't follow boxing and you ain't fighting somebody she already beat. This shit is dumb. Alycia Baumgardner, we love you. We like how you fight, look, all that good stuff. But this ain't it.
Y'all, I'm not ducking no smoke. I said I will fight the girl. I already said I will fight her. But there comes a point in a time where the money got to be right. Baby, I am the money maker. She need me. She needs my name.
The money got to be right, but I'm the money maker. She needs me. She needs my name.
She needs my name to build a fight.
See?
You feel me? She not even a super fight opponent. In my contract, she not in there. She not in there. She's not a top fighter. You know who's a top fighter? Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Those are 2 people right there.
And you probably won't fight neither one of them. You probably won't fight neither one of them. You trying to convince the world that a unified champion is not a top fighter is clown fucking behavior, bro.
who are top dogs. Come on now. That's the money. That's the money fight. That's the super fight. That's what we talking about. So don't get to yapping over here about this girl from the UK. That shit bogus, man. You had every opportunity to get Terry out of there, and you didn't do that. That was your opportunity to say, "Hey, Alycia, what's up?"
Nasty.
That shit didn't move me. That shit motivated me to go work out because this is who y'all comparing me to. This is who y'all want me to fight. Please stop.
Yes.
Please stop with that. It's.
I wonder if somebody chimed in and said, "So you won't fight her, but you'll fight somebody she beat." Make that shit make sense. You act like every fight you have is a super fight. Why is the rules different for her? Y'all champions. What are you talking about? It'll be a bigger fight than the one you about to make right now, and it'll be a bigger fight than the last couple that you had. I can guarantee you that, because people know she got a real chance at beating you. You got a leaky gas tank, and she boxed really well down the stretch, and you're gonna have some trouble. We know this shit. And you don't knock
everybody out. It's not even that. Caroline is not on my level. I never duck no smoke from nobody. She's not the biggest fight to make next. I know who I want, and I've been very vocal about who I want. I got my fight April 17th, and then I'm going to be fighting again this year, and it's not Caroline. She's not the big fight to make. When we talk about making big fights, when we talk about main event, when we talk about putting people in seats, here, it ain't her. And like I said again, nobody's ducking nobody. I don't care to beat her ass. I'll put her in the dirt for y'all if that's what you want. She a young girl, but I could never be scared of a C-level person. This the same girl going around asking how she can beat me, like on some real shit. Like, I get it. They want a name to build off of, and that's the name that they're choosing to do. Me.
Nah, she want to fight.
We need Alycia because that's the fight that is perfect to build off of.
That's corny.
No, go put some skin in the game. Go put some skin in the game. Go do what I did. I became undisputed at one.
You don't gotta be undisputed to do what you did. You sound delusional, man. Take your little pretty ass somewhere. Just relinquish the belts. Then I hate this conversation from her. I cannot believe this is the route she going. Go do what you did. No, she going right for you. She did just do what you did. She beat up somebody you beat. And you about to go do what she did by fighting somebody that she fought, man. Stop talking about she ain't on your level. Man, you full of shit, man. Fight the girl and prove that she ain't on your level. People don't think that. Your looks don't got nothing to do with how the fight gonna play.
All the belts. Didn't have nothing handed to me. I'm no email champ. I beat the champ to be the champ. Let's get that shit right.
This shit is bogus, bro.
Don't come over here with all that yah. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fight you. But it ain't gonna be when you want it to be. That's the difference. Baby, I'm the top dog. Top earned. Stop playing. Like, listen, I gotta let y'all know on the chat because some of y'all just be talking just to talk.
Just like you doing. I swear she talking just to talk.
And this another thing. I'm at 130 pounds. I'm at super featherweight. That is my weight class. Have I moved up to 135? No, I have not. So why are you calling me out? You got other 3 girls who have belts at your weight class. Why aren't you worried about becoming undisputed? You worry about AB because you want my name. You want to eat off my name. No, bitch. Not gonna work. Go put some skin in the game.
Yeah, this is by far one of the most disappointing conversations I've ever heard from Alycia Baumgardner. I still rock with her as the fighter, but this shit corny. All this do what I did. So she got to go become undisputed to be able to fight you. So is the person that you fighting on the 17th undisputed? Is the person that you fighting next on the 17th, do she got a bigger name than Caroline Dubois? Is she more, matter of fact, let me pull this up while we doing this, man, because she pissing me off. I'm not going to hold you. She annoying me a little bit, y'all, with the way she carrying it, bro. Let me play the rest of this. She acting wild.
Up with the ops is gonna get you fired up. You think you going around asking people how to beat me? You're not gonna beat me. You can't beat me because I'm better than you at all things. That's the difference. And that's all. Gotta fuck with me. You could be a fan, not a fan. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, the real always rise, baby. Period. That fugazi goofy shit, that shit sink to the bottom.
No, I like her, bro. I just hate this conversation.
So that's what that is. A lot of y'all just be talking just to talk. So
Man,
listen,
you definitely
I've been very
talking
vocal, and I ain't been saying too much because I know exactly what I need to do. So that's why I just keep it at a minimum. But since y'all was addressing me, talking about I'm scared or I'm ducking or this, that, and the other about Dubois,
Carolyn
boy ain't got shit for me.
Fought this
But an
girl
ass.
2 fights ago. Beat up already and beat by decision, and you telling the world that she's not do what you did. See it. Hey, man. All due respect to Alycia Baumgardner. She's a phenomenal fighter, man. You know, she got the power, she got the looks, she got the viral weigh-ins, but she ain't sounding like she want to fight this girl. I'm disappointed in the way she handled the Clarissa Shields situation. No disrespect. It seemed like she clout chased that. She never was going to fight her, but you made it seem like you would. After y'all was cool, y'all had that face-to-face and confrontation. You didn't look like you really wanted that, and I know you don't. You're talking about how somebody's not on your level after fighting somebody they beat before you did. It just don't make sense. Y'all really operating around the same level. Y'all know that at the end of the day, that'd be one of the toughest fights on your resume right now, that young girl. And I guess you could try to big dog her all you want, but the reality is I think she's going to keep winning. And it's going to look worse and worse as the time go on. And you keep talking about fighting everybody but her while she a unified champion. You talking about all this asses in seats. And so you about to sell out with this chick that you about to fight that she beat, right? You about to make some. So you going to make more money fighting a girl that you fighting now than fighting that Dubois. I don't know, man. I would question that. Because I think people would be willing to pay for that fight because it'd be competitive and they don't know who will win. So we'll see, man. We like Alycia. We're going to tune in April 17th. My girl Shadeja back in action. That's what I'm really checking for. I'm checking for the whole card, but, I'm looking forward to seeing Shadeja do her thing. Want to see her get her opportunity with Clarissa. Hope Clarissa is a little disappointing in the stipulation that Caroline Dubois and Alycia Baumgardner got to be co-main. This shit just getting weird, man. Y'all trying to convince the world that people that's on y'all level and better than a lot of fighters that y'all fought, y'all shouldn't fight them. Clarissa, you better not go to no damn 160 without making a pit stop at 68 to see Shadeja. That's stupid. That's just plain stupid. Go fight Lauren Price, but not Shadeja Green. Lauren Price is more deserving than Shadeja Green when she beat the best win on your record is Savannah Marshall probably, and she beat her too. Shit is just crazy. Boxing with all this A-side, big dog, little dog shit is corny. At the end of the day, those are two of the best fights to make in women's boxing, Alycia and Caroline Dubois and Clarissa and Shadeja, and we need it. We want to see them win, lose, or draw. We support them all. You know what I mean? But that's my time for today. Shout out to everybody that hit the cash app, that supported the grind, everybody that hit the super chat. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, share the live, hype the live. We be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to build on this boxing. So with that, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. Peace to the fam.